We're live. We're here. Woo! Thank you. Well, good morning. Who do I talk to? We've got a live studio audience here of at least 300 people. They're all excited. Just looking on the camera, looks like about 500,000 people on Facebook. So no pressure, Megan.
I know, right?
You know, so welcome to our 16th annual Tech Party. My name is Rob. Yes, thank you. My name is Rob. I'm evil dictator of Rocky Mountain Sewing and Vacuum. I should stop saying that.
Yes.
And so we've had a lot of fun. Megan and I, you know, I'm kind of the clown. She's like my straight woman for this, but we're going to have fun today, and we're going to show you a lot of new things, and we're going to give away kind of an embarrassing amount of stuff. Are you guys okay with that? Are you guys okay? All right with that? All right. So I'd like to introduce to the live people here. You can't see them, but they're all bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, fresh as a bagel here at the Littleton location. This is Megan. She's our event coordinator and trainer for the staff and our Facebook. If you look at YouTube, you'll see Megan more than me. There's a reason for that. And then in the back, I'm just going to do this in no specific order, but my wife Kasha is here. You get to see her. You get to see her in one of the videos having fun on a machine. She's new to the industry. She was in healthcare for a long time and decided that she'd like to be my online sales manager because our online sales have gone ballistic, so she's having fun learning everything. We have Lynn Washington, the super manager of the Littleton location. I don't know what's wrong with her, but she's been with us for 15 years, you know, so that's awesome. Dave is our general manager of vacuums. We had, yes. So we had little setup stations around the store this morning, so he was over there showing vacuums and had a crowd around him of at least 300 people.
Oh,
it was just great. Then we have Alex. This is his second tech party, doing great. Over on the Facebook table, answering questions and drinking coffee is Hannah. She works here. And then Larissa, the store manager of Arvada, came down to help, so thank you, Larissa, for coming.
Thanks, Larissa.
And then last but not least, we have Sean, who also goes by Josh. He does all of our videography and all that good stuff for our YouTube, does a great job. Happens to be married to Megan, so it's great. I can make them do YouTube videos like at 8 o'clock at night, and they're like, whatever.
And
no, they do great. And so thank you for coming. Yep. So, you know, Tech Party started, this is our 16th Tech Party. We've been open 15 years. Tech Party started a long time ago with, you know, Bernina would have their convention in July, then Pfaff and Brother, all those guys would have them August and September. They always picked the hottest time of the year in the most humid place to have it, just on purpose, I think, to torture us. But it started out that way, but what happened, and we come back all excited, like, look at all this new stuff we learned in the last couple months, but now it's kind of like, you know, they could come out with new stuff tomorrow, you know, new notions, new doodads, new designs, of course, come out all the time. And so now it's really what happened since last Tech Party. And the challenge for Megan and I, it was, you know, this is about a 3-month process to get this whole thing together. And the process for us was like, okay, we have like 70 hours worth of Tech Party to do if we want to cover everything. How can we tone this down to just 7? No, just down to a few hour presentation. And so that's the challenge. So I think we picked some really great stuff. This is a little bit different PowerPoint. I'll get into that in a minute. I'd like to give something away. I think that'll help break just get us going. So since this is a little different, for our Facebook audience, we love you too, right? I don't want you to feel disconnected. I want you to feel like you're right here in our live studio audience. So anytime I give something away is the perfect time to guess what? Like, share, comment, all that good stuff. And what we're going to do is not this Monday, but the following Monday, we're going to let this Facebook Tech Party percolate out there online. And we're going to let people like, share, comment. I got a lot of emails that said, sorry, Rob, I can't watch it live. We're going to watch it when it's recorded. So we're going to let them have a chance to be a part of it too. And we're going to send out exactly the same products we give away here to everybody else. So, you know, like I always say, it's only money, right? Okay. So we'll contact you and let you know if you won. Not this Monday, like I said, but the following Monday. So are you ready? Yeah. Okay. So if you've never been to one of my events, I've done this forever, I always give away an 18 box of string. You know, I say that to kind of lower your expectations of me and then blow you away with our presentation. It's worked so far. It's worked for like 15 years, so why stop? So, okay, so this is always a test drawing for the people here, just to test your enthusiasm levels. You will actually win this, but I'll put your number back in the thing. Yeah. So, okay, are you ready? Yes. Okay, 919, 7, 6. What's the last number?
0.
4. 764. In the back. Look at that. And like I always say, I do stir these, right? So if the front row is the only one that wins, or in this instance, if only the back row wins for the rest of the time, it's just because it's good, clean living. Right, that's the only reason. We don't stack these, so everybody's going to have a good chance to win. We're going to give away a lot of items. So I'm just going to begin my little presentation here. So in case people online, and it's been great, I'm really excited about this because our online business, like I said, has really exploded. And we have a lot of people that have reached out to me that have never met me. They've maybe texted with me, talked to me on the phone. They're like, I can't wait for Tech Party. So now that you see me, I don't know, they were like, nope, we're never gonna, no, I'm just kidding. So I like to go over this slide. It's a little bit, I don't want to say cheesy, but in case you've never done business with us at Rocky Mountain Sewing Vacuum, this is like, why in the world would I want to buy anything from you? Well, glad you asked. Here we go. So we have a low price guarantee, which sounds a little cheesy, but it's true. We will never, ever, ever, never be undersold by an authorized dealer. So it's never happened in 15 years that I'm aware of, and it will never happen ever. We have no interest financing every day of the week, but we will have special extra good financing today. I need to move over here. We have free lifetime classes if you're local. It's kind of hard to do if someone buys a machine from me in Texas to give them a lifetime class, but we will lifetime take care of you. But here, let's say you buy an embroidery machine. And you're like, okay, I took my embroidery class, a couple-hour class or whatever, and then life happens. You can't use your machine for 6 months. You can always come back and retake the class. And so it's for as long as you own the machine. And we have a 6-month exchange program that's a no-fooling exchange program. We don't mess around with like MSRP, and this is what trade-in is now, so we're going to deduct a bunch of stuff. If you bought a machine for $2,000 from us, and you see a machine you want to buy for $6,000 on sale, that machine is now $4,000. We pretend like that first sale never ever happened. It is, yeah, I think it's great. It's not cheap for us because that machine did depreciate. Now we have to sell it as a previously loved machine, but it's an investment in our customers. You're happy, so we're happy, and we'll just sell that machine to someone to make them happy because it's discounted. And so I think there are some stipulations. It can't be dripping Pepsi out of it. You know, it's got to be in like, if it's 3 months old, it can't be in like 2-year-old condition. It's got to be, and also it does have to be a jump up in price. So if you have questions about that, come see us. We can explain. Not a whole lot of fine print on it though. We want people to be happy. Our staff is, friendly, knowledgeable, all that good stuff, which is super important. You got to know your stuff in this business because there's, if you look in the store here, we have over 100 sewing machines on our floor because we carry really everything out there. We give free, quick, and thorough service estimates. I think it's foolish to charge somebody like $60 to put their sewing machine on my bench to be like, yep, it's broken, it needs a service, that'll be $60. We give free estimates, sewing machines or vacuums. We don't charge for that. The people that do that out there, I hope they keep doing it or that charge for it because I think it's weird. Anyway, service techs. We have factory trained. This is live. I got to be careful what I say. We can edit this, right, Sean? No, I'm just kidding. Factory trained, experienced experts. We have service techs. We have a service center. I don't put my service techs in the back room in a little dark corner on a bench. They have a service center. They rock out to music. They have fun fixing sewing machines, and they're great. We have here at Littleton, we have 3 convenient locations because Colorado Springs isn't really convenient for you to go to, but we have 4 locations to serve you. I'm just teasing. I'm going to hear about that one too. And Sean, my thing is not thinging. Boop, boop, boop. Let's see, is it working now? It's not. Can you unplug it and replug it back in to the thingy? That sometimes works. So this is the best time to buy. We have Tech Party every year, and our manufacturers know this is the best time to buy. So usually starting in about June, people will hear my rep, I'll call one of my reps, I'll be like, hello, and they will say, oh my gosh, it's tech party time, right? So it is a process to get what I want out of our reps and out of our manufacturers, but they're usually very friendly, very willing to do something to really help us sell sewing machines and vacuums, furniture, whatnot to our customers, because they know we do quite a bit of business. We actually blew away between the 4 stores. We beat my goals. We had a great year this year with Tech Party, and we've got this session. These guys have already committed to each buy an XP3 from us, which is great. So they don't know it. No, I'm just kidding. So let's see, we have specials today, of course, and in the store here, everything is on sale. And out there, everything in here is on sale. All of our notions, our accessories are 30% off today if it's on the wall. Yeah, so if you've been eyeballing this rotary cutter that you may not see online, it's 30% off today. So fabric, everything. So feel free to call us. I've got some more information about that in a second. We have interest-free financing on anything $500 or more. So you can use 12 months. Like if you buy $500 worth of bobbins, you can finance it for 12 months. And we will talk about you after you leave. It's going to be funny. So just teasing. We would never do that. And then we have 18 to 72 months on everything else, $500 or more. And you'll see some slides, and we have different terms and conditions, but not a lot. So I think I got everything there. Everything is on sale. So pricing. This is a slide I have not had on the other other tech parties. So this is going to be online forever, right? Our manufacturers have pricing policies for internet sales. They call it MAP pricing, minimum advertised pricing. If I blurt out or show a price on here that I'm not allowed to, they will come and roll up the rug and I'll be busted, right? So, and we want to be honest about it. I feel very strongly about being honest about our pricing online. So we can ship a ton of our products outside of Colorado. There are a lot that we cannot. So it's not because it's by choice, it's just what they say. So we are going to have special prices on products that we can ship. We just can't show the price. So you're going to have to call to get those prices, and we'll talk about that in a minute. Or actually, like right now, maybe. So this is the phone number to call. So this is the Littleton location. So we're going to give the Littleton store phone number. If you see something you can't live without, which is likely, you guys don't have to call. You're here, right? Just to clarify. But you can call that number. We have live people. Operators are standing by, right, to answer your phone calls. And they'd be happy to help. We have secure payment, ways to securely pay for stuff, which is great. After the live presentation, this number rings actually right to my wife's cell phone. So at 2 o'clock in the morning, if you feel like buying a sewing machine, please don't call, because I get grumpy if no. So I'll just say, Kasha, you need to go sell a sewing machine at 2 in the morning. So, but please call. There is a chance that once I start showing things that the phone lines might get busy. I feel like I'm at like a marathon, or what do they call that, you know? But phone lines may get busy, so please leave a message either on the cell phone. If it's busy, call the cell phone. If they're busy, it'll go to voicemail. I promise you, we'll get back to you within the next 15 to 20 days. So, no, I'm just kidding. It's going to go crazy. So we'll get back to you in a very quickly. So I know it's annoying, sorry, I don't have any way around it, but so you will have to call us, and we want to develop a relationship. I prefer to talk to people, not face to face, but ear to ear, I guess, and not just have them click a button and ship it, right? It's a relationship. You're buying stuff, right? And when you purchase with someone, it requires trust. And I wasn't going to do this, and I've given my cell phone to my wife. Is it weird for me to read a 5-star review I got yesterday? It actually brought tears to my eyes. Is that weird? I'll read it in a second. But it just gave me chills, and reading a 5-star review, you know, I guess I could have had Sean write a 5-star review. It's definitely not me, because it's got a more than 3-syllable word in it, right? So I'm going to read this, and I may be breaking some internet policy rule or protocol, but I'm just going to read this. And if this person is watching, thank you. Hope it doesn't embarrass you. Regina wrote this, and it's on one of our stores. The staff and the owner of this store are all 5-star. The stores are well run, and there is always a deal to be had. You can't beat the prices since they do price matching and they won't be undersold. It sounds like I wrote this, like from that slide. I promise I didn't. Rob, the owner, is a wonderful man. Yes, I know that. Who earnestly and fervently runs his business in order that the customers are always happy. The stores always have the latest products, factory deals, and special Rob deals. I'm picky about who I do business with, and for me to give these guys a glowing review, much less write a review, speaks volumes. His technical staff and repair department are superlative. So that's how you know I didn't write that. So thank you for that review. We love those kinds of reviews, and keep them coming. It's amazing. So we have great customers. I love this industry. I'm going way over talking what I thought, but I love our customer. I love this business because we get to develop relationships. We get to have people come in, you know, helping them get their sewing machine running so they can make a quilt that had like their dying grandmother's, you know, picture on it or something. That kind of stuff keeps us going every day. So, whew. Okay, here we go. So, anyways, I digress. And Sean, I'm still not clicking, sir. Pew. I don't know. Yes, there we go. Thank you, sir. So this is our 15th year in business. So thank you to our customers for supporting us. It's amazing. I think I might have about 15 more years in me. We'll see how Tech Party goes this year to make that determination. No, I'm just kidding. So this is a picture of Kasha and I in Japan. We were there, I don't know, 4 weeks ago or something. We sold a lot of Janome last year thanks to our customers, and we got chosen to, or earned it, to go to Japan and see the brand new Janomes before everybody else. It was exciting. You know, we got to experience 2,000% humidity. You know, my hair was frizzy the whole time. It was just embarrassing, but we had a good time. Took a picture of us in front of the factory. So this slide is here to remind me to stop and to pause and say thank you to our customers. 15 great years. We've grown so much, and I'm a different Rob than I was 15 years ago, thankfully. I hope I'll be an even better Rob later. Our people have grown and our processes have changed. Oh, our phones are already ringing, thank you. Phones are ringing, stop by now. So thank you, customers. Thank you, everybody, for your business and for helping us get through even the last couple of years where things were a little funny, and we're still growing. So thank you very much for all your business and support. So we're going to celebrate with Rob Bucks, and I have to explain Rob Bucks. I think it was Labor Day of like 2009. And I think Larissa has this in her office. It's a paper copy of a Rob Buck, and I was a little different in that way too. I had glasses, a goatee, a little bit of hair. You know, they took a cartoon image of me and put it on Rob Bucks, and I don't remember. You bought something, you got Rob Bucks. You know, had an expiration date. So now I brought that back just for fun, or a little bit more high tech. So this is like a gift card. So if it's a $50 gift card and it has my picture on it, it's worth $40. That's just how it works. No, I'm just kidding. It depreciates. My face depreciates things. But no, so we have Rob Bucks. So it's really a shopping spree as a thank you. So we're working. Receive 15% back as Rob Bucks up to $1,000 on purchases of sewing machines, furniture, vacuums, and then so really any of that kind of stuff, you get 15% back on a gift card for a shopping spree later. The only exception is the products in this presentation are excluded because they're already insane. I just can't do another 15% in Rob Bucks, but you'll see what I mean in a minute here. Yes, thank you. Boop. So this presentation replaces all offers, bundles, packages from manufacturers and us. There's a lot of stuff floating out there. If you happen to find one that is better, call us, let us know. It's never happened, but I thought I'd throw that out there because we are competitive and we don't want to, it's easy to miss stuff sometimes with so much happening with so many brands. But if you find something better, let us know. And we have a new thing, it's called Bundle and Save. So if you purchase any sewing machine at Tech Party, you get 40% off a Cibo or Riccar vacuum. And then also, if you also want to do a cabinet, I put and or, but if you want to also buy a cabinet or buy a cabinet, you get 30% off any sewing furniture. Yes, yeah. So I put on here furniture delivery fees may apply. There are 2 cabinets where there may be delivery fees, but the rest of it, we typically ship most of our cabinets for free. Any online order over $100, we ship for free. That's just our policy. And so this is you right here. If you buy a sewing machine and then maybe a vacuum or a cabinet, so just remember that. It looks more like me, right? But it's okay. So let's see. And then we have 2 major giveaways at the end. And also, like I said, everything we give away here, we give away there. So we have $500 in Floriani goodness. It looks exactly like this. No, it looks like this. So comes with a free purse. So the cool thing is, Floriani really steps up. We have several sponsors to our tech party, and so every year I call and say, so I'm looking for a bundle of goodness, and this is the dollar amount. Come up with something creative for me, and they make a custom thing for our customers. So we've given away 8 of these so far. We've got 2 more to give away, and then like, comment, and share, of course. Yes, yes. Like, comment, and share if you want to win this, and then like I said, you guys will win today. Instant gratification. Sorry, you've got to wait, but it's okay. All right, giveaway times. And so this is the like, share, comment time. Just go crazy. Go crazy. It helps us. So what am I giving away first? Ooh, that looks good. That looks pretty good. Whoa, that doesn't look good. Okay. So here we go. I was going to give away fabric, but I just don't know how to give it away to people online. We'll just pick random fabric, something with kitty cats on it or something. So I always give one of these away. I have a blueberry flavored bobbin saver. That's good. We also have cherry and grape, right? So you can, if you don't like this color, you can pick another one. Does it smell like blueberries? I'm just kidding. So basically, the reason I always give these away, I love this. Some people don't really understand or don't know what these are. So you can put your bobbins in here, wound or not wound. They have really big ones for Bernina bobbins because they're like this big, So you can put your bobbins in here. You can throw them at your cat, your husband, whoever, and they stay in there. Here you go.
Your dog can steal it.
Your dog can steal it. You can put salt in it and use it for like a margarita glass salter thing, Yeah. There you go. Hannah likes that. All right. She's drinking one right now. No, just kidding. All right. 919 757 757. Congratulations. Now, the live studio audience came early and got a lot of tickets at our stations. So you can win twice. I want to make sure the ground rules are there. You can win more than once. We had a customer in the back row that won 3 times yesterday. So you can do that, but people look at you crazy. Yeah, they go like this. Yeah. All right. What else am I giving away? So we haven't talked about these yet, so maybe I'm ahead of myself. We have pixie lights from OESD. I really love these. You can put those in the freestanding lace, like these things here. Light them up.
The multicolor ones too.
And that's multicolor right here, so that's great. All right, 919 6 7
0
1. Hey. No?
Woo!
Oh, there you go.
Right in front of her.
Gotta watch Caroline.
I know.
One more. So I have a, let's see, Pillow Blank by OESD.
Ooh.
All right. I hope someone's taking notes for the online people. I guess we can go back and watch, right? Okay.
I've already got them on it.
You are so good. 919 7 0. Alex, what's the last number? 4. 23? 23? How does that work? Yeah, get Alex some coffee. All right. So we have a new vacuum that we're going to show. And, I start this out usually by saying we are a baby lock dealer now, which I'm excited about. So I have a story to tell why we have the special vacuum here. So we went to Baby Lock Convention for the first time. We've traveled so much. When was that? Like a week ago? Last year? I don't know when we went. And we went there, and there's a company called Taconi. And they distribute Baby Lock, they distribute Koala furniture, Riccar and Simplicity vacuums. We get notions from them, vacuum parts, all this good stuff. So we go to Baby Lock Convention, and I see a Riccar booth there. I wasn't expecting that. And I saw Josh May, who used to be our rep in Colorado here, but he got promoted and left us. He was there talking about vacuums. And we had this pink vacuum caught my eye. And so I'm like, Josh, what's this all about? So I have a little video from him. I thought this was a great cause to get behind, so I thought I'd show it off at Tech Party. And let's just see, it was just a quick impromptu cell phone video, so this is not our professional quality, but Who cares? Here we go.
Hi everyone, Josh May here from Riccar Vacuum Cleaners. We're talking about the Pink Ribbon Good Riccar Lightweight Vacuum Cleaner today. Pink Ribbon Good is an organization that exists.
It exists. He freezes up sometimes. He may be a robot. Here, I'll skip that here. So, and I'm frozen again there, Sean. Technical difficulties galore.
To serve
so Pink Ribbon Good is a vacuum.
Hi everyone, Josh May here from Riccar Vacuum Cleaners. We're talking about the Pink Ribbon Good Riccar Lightweight Vacuum Cleaner today. Pink Ribbon Good is an organization that exists to serve and care for those affected by breast and gynecological cancer. They aid in treatment, they aid in transportation, meals, and cleaning essentials. One of those cleaning essentials is this beautiful pink Riccar vacuum cleaner that they are able to provide for those in need. Rocky Mountain Sewing Vacuum also carries this vacuum, and everyone that they sell and everyone that they buy donates to the cause. So we hope you take a chance to look at this vacuum cleaner. It's great, it's lightweight, it performs well on carpet and bare floors, and it's available for you to buy at Rocky Mountain Sewing and Vacuum.
Thank you, Josh. I like that. Yes, yes. So if you follow us at all, there's so many good causes out there. I've got to be selective. I can't do it all day long. I guess I could, but I don't want to. So there's a lot of good causes out there. And, we do the Feeding Families campaign at, around Thanksgiving. We've done Shop It with a Cop in Aurora. We do just different things that catch my eye, and this is a great cause. So we really don't carry these yet. They're on their way. This is a vacuum they only have available to us once or twice a year. It's just a very special vacuum for us to have. And so this is one of those deals. We have the Pink Ribbon Vacuum. MSRP is $399. I have a secret price on that I can't show online because it is a protected product. It's MAP protected. So I can tell you though that we're quite a bit below the online price. Wink. So call this number here if you want to talk to a live person that will help you out, and we'd be happy. We can ship this anywhere for free, and we're excited about this vacuum. But wait, we're going to include a vacuum TLC. I was telling the past presentations, I can't remember what TLC stands for. I know what it stands for, but it wasn't that when I made this. So I should have put it on here because it was like, we've been selling this for so long. So it has a $120 value for any, you get a free service on your vacuum anytime within the lifetime of it. There's a little punch thing on the card. You also get a year supply of bags with it, and you also get kind of a lifetime of the vacuum 25% discount on vacuum bags, brush rolls, parts, all that good stuff for the lifetime of the vacuum. So we have a no fooling value of priceless on this. And it's not because we can't show the price, which we can't, but it's because it's priceless, that kind of priceless. So at the very least, it's going to be, I'll just say a $210 value to you. How's that? I'm probably going to get, yeah. The Riccar police are going to come probably soon and get me. So right now, though, if you purchase any sewing machine, full-size vacuum, furniture, or digitizing software, you'll get the PRG for $199. So it's half price with the purchase of one of those items. We can that's your option if you want. Mention it to us if you're interested. We're happy to get that out to you too. Riccar has an anniversary edition vacuum. Riccar has had Tandem Air on their vacuums for 20 years now. So that's because Riccar has a 2-motor system. I was around 20 years ago in this business when they first came out with the Radiance. That was the first one. And so I'm really a vacuum nerd at heart. That's how I started in this business. Started fixing vacuums in the early 90s. I was in the Army and I fixed Hawk missile radar and got out, and there's really not anything in this world that translates into that, right, in the civilian world. So, and subsequently, and I said this for I think all my sessions now, if you buy a sewing machine or vacuum from Rocky Mountain Sewing Vacuum, we can add missiles to any of your products for a small fee. So I hope this doesn't get blocked because I said that. So a 2-motor system is different. I don't think I have the video. I think I took it out. So there are 2 different forces at work when you're vacuuming. One is airflow. That is what really gets the dirt out of your carpet. And there's suction. That's the force you feel when you're doing your edging and things like that on your, for your attachment cleaning. Riccar, and that's two different motors to get those forces going. Riccar has both of those motors in their vacuum, so it is really, in my humble opinion, the deepest cleaning vacuum you can buy, and it has a 7-year warranty on it. We expect this to last 20 years unless you suck up Pepsi or something with it, if you take good care of it. And it's got some features that I really like. It's got a metal brush roll, so it'll help prevent getting burrs in it, because if you get a burr in your brush roll, you got a burr in your brush roll, Megan? I don't know what that means. If you get a burr in the brush roll, it slowly over time just kind of shreds your carpet. You can't really see it, but it wears your carpet down if it's metal or plastic. Metal brush roll won't have that. You can replace the brush strips, but also the cool thing is next to the lights are, the regular lights are like amber lights. So while you're vacuuming, those lights come on and will tell you if it's still sensing dirt being picked up by the vacuum. So you really know, and you don't have to be like going slow. You just vacuum like normal, but you can tell when it stopped picking up dirt when the lights go off, and you know that area is clean. And then it has a 15-foot hose, another 2 feet for the extension wand up there. So you really have 17 feet of reach. And most vacuums, if you go 17 feet away from it, you have no suction at the end of your hose. This one will have no problem because it has that second motor, and it does a great job. It also has a hose that's attached near the bottom, so the vacuum won't attack you when you're vacuuming. It won't fall on you and all that good stuff. So MSRP is $12.99. Our tech party price is much lower than that. So give us a call. You don't have to call. You could just jump up, run over to Dave and buy that if you want. Yeah. But wait. We have something secret that we will include with this. Your eyes are not deceiving you. This is just a secret thing I can't talk about that we will include with this purchase. All right, so here's a little video. We actually sold out of these at Tech Party, sorry. We'll have to wait. They're already on the road to get more, but here we go.
Introducing the Ultra T high performance accessory feet made for all brother and baby lock sewing machines. These are accessory feet that are made of a more durable synthetic resin than your traditional non-stick presser feet. So the problem with your standard feet is that the standard foot develops friction on the top layer of fabric, and what that does, that causes it to slip in relation to the bottom, and thus you get puckering. Now, many people have discovered that using a non-stick foot does help, but the problem is when you sew off the fabric and you keep doing that, the feed dogs cause marking and scars, so you can't use it for regular sewing. Well, the Ultra T feet are made entirely of a much more durable synthetic resin, so they can take the wear and tear, of course, for sewing on all your different synthetic fabrics, but also you can use it for all-purpose sewing like denims and sheer fabrics. It's also the only non-stick accessory that's made in a 1/4 inch or patchwork foot. So of course you can use it for piecing, you can use it for top stitching, you can work with different vinyls. Also, it's available for your decorative sewing. Now the decorative sewing foot is designed so that in all different directions it does not have any friction, so it gives you better results.
Very cool. So this foot is kind of hard to maybe hear at the beginning, fits baby lock and brother. And we've checked around some of the lower end, like mid to lower end Janome. If you have a question, give us a call, let us know. We can let you know if it fits, but it's a 7mm foot, and it's a great foot. So it's really at half price right now during Tech Party. So we can order this. We have these on our website. You can just order it right off our website. You guys don't have to go to the website. You can just, I'll stop saying. I'll stop saying that. So everybody is a winner. You're a winner anyways in my eyes, but OESD is a major sponsor, so everybody here can get a 25 design pack or design pack valued at $49.99. So you go to embroideryonline.com. You can either search Doodles of Bloom or that design pack number there. It'll come up on your screen. You can add it to your cart. You can pay full price with your Visa or MasterCard if you want, but if you want it for free, you enter in that code right there and it's free. I'll give you a minute to take pictures there of it. and it's a nice design pack. We actually have some samples here.
Yes.
Megan will expertly show everybody.
Okay. So this one Lynn did from Littleton. We all know her from the So Fun videos. Aren't those cute? So you guys, I'm gonna pass that around. And then one of our other stores made this super cute little skirt with it. But they used all different threads, so that's kind of fun. So, isn't that cute?
And I will try that on in second half. No, I will not. Please do.
There you go. It'll fit around your head.
That's right.
All right.
Yeah, very nice. So, and I forgot to mention this at the beginning. Sometimes I just remember things. If you guys win something that you can't use, like let's say you get an embroidery design pack you can't use and you don't have an embroidery machine, go see Lynn and she'll sell you an embroidery machine and we'll just take care of that right there. So, no, I'm just kidding. So we really want you to enjoy your prize. Same thing online. If we get a hold of you and you've won something you can't use, let us know. We'll let you exchange it for something of equal value or much lesser value if you so desire. So I want you to be happy with what you win. So thank you, OESD, for supporting us so much. So here's some new stuff from OESD. Try to find out if any of our customers will listen to me on this. But those tops come off those pumpkins, and if you want to pass them like an offering plate and put money in there, you can do that. No one's taking me up on that. To do the whole experience all over again. No, I'm just kidding. Don't do that, please. Very good. Thank you, OESD. They just make beautiful things. So September, so those were the holiday collections. Those are going to start slowly trickling out here. These are the new releases for September coming up, and I on purpose breeze through these because this will be a 6-hour presentation if I don't. Luckily, this will be recorded. You can always go back and slow it down and pause if you need to. So we have, you saw the Headless Horseman tiling scene. I like to explain, sometimes we take stuff for granted that people know what all these things are. My biggest fear is that people will see things and go like, I could never do that. That looks too complicated, when really, in fact, it's really easy. So like this Thomas Kincaid tiling scene right here, this is 32, I think it's 32 different squares of embroidery. So you really, all you do, sometimes they have some void of fabric in here, but this is all stitches. And so Kasha, her very first project was doing the Santa Starry Night or whatever it was called tiling scene, and she had just a blast. And what I really enjoyed, because she's never embroidered before, is like 11 at night, honey, how do you, my thread broke. You know, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding, darling. I love doing that. So it's a lot of fun, and then you just, you sew these together, you have a backing, and then you put the binding on. So it's very easy. Just take some time because that is a lot of embroidery, and they give you great directions. There's a PDF that comes with it, so it's a lot of fun. Here's a terrifying tower that we passed around. That's, like I said, my favorite. I don't know why, but I just really like the look of that. Yeah, it actually, I don't have green or purple in my house. It's just green and black. So, freestanding bats. I feel like there should be some kind of Batman reference in here. I just can't figure out what it should be. So I'm not sure. Fall mug wraps. They're singing here in the audience. That's great. Oak leaf trapunto. The witching hour. These are like snarky, witchy phrases, which is my kind of thing. I don't like this one. I don't like roosters. They scare me. So if you like it, though, no judgment. Chloween. Yeah, should I tell my glow-in-the-dark thread story? Yeah. Oh my gosh, it's embarrassing. That's a good story, I think. So glow-in-the-dark thread, I don't know if it just came out like in the early 90s when I started, but I thought it was really cool. So we get this order of glow-in-the-dark thread in, and I don't know if I should tell this, but I have we had a customer in the store. I'd known her, she knew us, so it wasn't like super weird. But I got this thread, I said, we just got glow-in-the-dark thread in, and I was trying to look at it to make my hand dark enough, and I couldn't. And I'm like, hey, you want to go in the bathroom and look at the glow-in-the-dark thread with me? And she's like, sure. So, you know, don't tell anybody. I hope this doesn't go on the internet somewhere. You know, that'd be a problem for me. I don't even remember who it was. Yeah, but it was really funny. I enjoy it. So happy, where was I at? Harvest Alphabet. I don't know what I'm doing. Here we go. Neon Halloween, this is very cool. I love neon colors. Halloween florals. At first I didn't realize why this was there, but there's little bats in there, so. Black cat treat pouch. Comes in 2 different sizes. Christmas trimmings. Christmas is coming. It's around the corner. I'm already registered for my Christmas presents. If you guys need the link, let me know. Okay, and I forgot to ask this before. Anybody here have Spree Club that owns it? So you already have the September collections and stuff. So that's the cool part about this. OESD has a Spree Club. We found out years ago, I kind of polled people, and it was amazing how many of our customers that had embroidery machines bought between 1 to 2 embroidery collections a month. So that can be, on the top end, probably about $120 a month in collections. Sometimes people did a lot more. So they have something called Spree Club, where you really get everything that OESD comes out with for an entire year. So you never miss anything, everything that comes out. And they have 2 different options. They have a digital copy, where you just log in and download it. They let you know when it's available. It's $6.99 annually. And a physical copy, where you come into the store here, we give you a hug, that's what makes it physical. No, they give you a fist bump. No, you come in and you pick it up, because sometimes people don't like to download onto thumb drives and do all that rigmarole. They just want the thumb drive, pop it in their machine, and embroider it out. So we like it because it's $100 more, really. So that's why we like it. But we also get to see you, yeah, we get to see you 12 times a year at a minimum anyway, so that's great. So since it's Tech Party, OESD has hooked us up with something they don't normally do with Spree Club, and you get over 280 designs from different collections here. It's a great value. I estimate the value of this to be over $650,000. So no, I figure, I don't know, around $300. I should probably know that, but I don't know exactly the value. So I picked a couple things. We have a freestanding bundle, which is just great for anyone that wants to start doing these freestanding lace projects. It actually looks exactly like this. Thank you. And it comes with you know, the alligator clips, the mini mat, perfect punch, all that good stuff, and a single USB collection to get started. We have it for $99.99. I can put that price on there. That's good. And this is just an all-around, perfect for all project bundle. Comes with, yeah, a lot of good stuff for you to start for $59.99. And then I'm just going to breeze through some of these. We have some.
This is the holiday collection.
Holiday
just a little
collection.
bit more pictures.
We kind of already saw these. I have ears just like that elf there, so I really like that. It's like a club. So this is just some different pictures. I'm going to leave these on here so people can go back and see them online. Oh my gosh, is it giveaway time already? I'm exhausted from all these giveaways. So let's see. What do we have down here?
So don't forget, if you're live, like,
Yes.
comment, and share, and you'll get more chances in order to get prizes, which is exciting.
Yes. Okay. So I have 3 things here, but you can only see 2. So the first thing I'm going to give away is this Rob Bucks right here. Can you see it? This is $50 in Rob Bucks. Yeah. So we're going to give 2 of those away. Right now, the internet is probably lagging from all the people liking, sharing, and commenting. I can feel it. So, all right. Here we go. And Lynn will hook you up with this, local peeps. 919 7 4. What's the last number, Larissa? 3. Congratulations. Now,
Here it is.
my parole officer says I can't have sharp objects. So you have to
okay,
hold that.
so I'll
Yeah.
take care of those.
So we got some Pfaff, what is it, double curve? Regular
6
curved? Normal curve?
inch.
No curve?
I forget what they call these. Yes, they are applique. 6-inch
Applique.
applique.
So since 2008, I've been on a campaign to make everybody say applique instead of applique. Has not worked, but I'm still going to try.
I've been
So
working on it.
here we go. 919 7 3 1. Man. I have a suspicion somebody out in our audience is going to win this too, so that's great. All right, I've just got to say, sometimes I don't know about everything that comes out. I think this is really cool. It's a select, it's by Quilter Select. It's a select ruler handle, so it's like a little suction cuppy thing.
Yeah.
And one day I'll tell a story about Larissa and a suction cup on her forehead, but I will not tell that story. I have a lot of stories, it turns out.
does.
Some of them embarrass other people besides me, so that's great. It's the way it should be. 919 5 3 2. Front row, look at that.
right.
Congratulations.
No
Okay.
problem.
So we have started doing business with Grace Company probably about 6 months ago. I really love what they have. They make a lot of things, long arms, they make rulers, cutting implements, just a ton of quilting things. They have a line of thread. So we found that this little item was very popular, and I think it's unique. It's called the Cutie tabletop quilting frame. And what's nice is it fits really any sewing machine. And so, you know, it can go up to a 19-inch bed, so like their 19X Elite will fit on this, all the way down to whatever, a Singer Touch and Swear will fit on there, right? So if you have a machine, it'll fit on here. And of course, if it has a really small bed, you'll be free motion quilting like this. So the bigger the better with that, but it really works great because even our smallest quilt frame is like 5 by 7, which is still a chunk of space, a chunk of real estate in your home, and they go all the way up to like 12 feet. So even a 5 by 7 can be too big for somebody's space, So nice thing with this, like we have this set up in the back here on a Costco folding table, nothing schmancy about it at all. And so you can set it up and tear it down really easily and have just a really nice space to get some quilting done. So this is one of those protected things. So we have an amazing, tremendous, mind-blowing package for, or price for this for Tech Party. So give us a shout and we will ship this to you or hand it to you. We have the Grace Sure Stitch because, and I try to remember that not everybody knows everything about sewing that's around here, right? So free motion, if you're doing free motion quilting, and this is your project, it's on the bed of your machine, and you have your hands on it and you're moving it, you are the stitch regulator. So hopefully you can get a nice consistent speed, but if you speed up or slow down because we're humans, you'll get stitches that are too far apart, too close together, and you want it to look perfect, right? And the people that make it look easy, like they're free motioning with their eyes closed and all that, they have practiced for hours and hours. And so the stitch regulator really helps to take the fear, the stress out of it, and we have a great price. This will fit quite a few machines. I mean, tons of different machines. One of the stipulations, and we have a list, if you don't know if your machine will fit it, give us a call. We can let you know if your machine will engage with this. It has to have like a foot control that plugs into a foot control jack that looks like a headphone jack for this to work. So give us a shout. We'll make you happy with the price that we have on this. So this is what stitch regulation looks like in case you've never seen it. This is Megan. Now I just want to point out her threads crossed. So more than likely the quilting police will come to her door any day now because you're not, no, I'm just kidding. You can do that nowadays. Now I'm excited about this. We carry the Baby Lock Jazz, and usually Megan is up here and she does jazz hands. But luckily she's not here and I did it by myself and I don't know why. So I really love this machine. It's a unique machine. Like I said earlier, we carry pretty much every brand out there. There's no machine that we have that is like this in any of our other brands. So what I like about this is it has needle up, needle down. It has snap-on presser feet, but it has a knee lift and a 12-inch bed from right of the needle. It has 12 inches of space, great lighting. It goes up to 1,000 stitches per minute. Comes with a bunch of great feet, and it's just a great machine. And just coincidentally, it bundles nicely with the Cutie frame, which is nice, just a coincidence. So Tech Party price is $7.99 on this. Now, I'm a transparent guy when it comes to the pricing. If you were to go to our website right now, this is $7.99. But this is Tech Party. Oh, thank you, jazz hands. Too little, too late. So regular price $13.99. We have it on our website for $7.99. If you call us, you don't have to call us. If you call us, we'll let you know what our great deal is on this. It's amazing. It'll blow your mind. And then, or we have a bundle. I love bundles. Ooh, I forgot to say this at the beginning. If you see a bundle that, you see a machine you love, but you're like, Rob, I just do not like this bundle. Come see us. Give us a call. We have plan A, B, C, and D for you. We'll ask you questions. We may even have an E, F, and G. Who knows? So give us a call. But this is a bundle. We want you to be happy. We want you to be sewing. So the bundle value of this is $25.99. That's a Cutie and a Jazz. Or if you want the trifecta, you can have a Cutie, Jazz, and stitch regulation for a ridiculously low price. So for that combination, when you buy a long arm, you're going to pay $6,000, $7,000, $8,000, $40,000. This gives you a really nice setup for way below that. Unless you want that, call us. We'll talk. Yeah. And we have 12-month no-interest financing available for any of these packages here. Yeah, so here's the secret, but wait. You get X amount of Rob bucks with any of these options. It's worth a phone call, I think, so, yeah. All right, this is where Megan takes over. We have a new Bernina.
We sure do.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Okay, so Bernina came out with the 790 Pro this year, which added a whole bunch of features that I'm very excited about, at least. So on the Bernina 790 Pro, it adds a whole new level of precision for you. So I'm going to hop to this one. One of the things that it added is the Smart Drive Technology embroidery unit. That embroidery unit is quieter, it is faster, and it is more precise. So it's pretty amazing. On that little video there, I'm stitching out hello, and I've got it stitching. Bernina has a little bunny rabbit to make it go as fast as it possibly can. And it was on a table, and it didn't have any vibration or anything. So it was super quiet, super quick. And you guys will notice I like to go fast, so it was wonderful. I also love the fact they've improved the needle threader. Woohoo! On Berninas, you always have to go through that little song and dance in order to get that threaded. Now it is so stinking easy. You just press a button, the machine does it, and it hits it. It was wonderful. Yes. So I was very excited. Now the Bernina 8 series has a needle threader that's similar, but I feel like this one's even easier. So it's amazing. All right. They've also added a pinpoint laser. And I'm going to be honest, the video on here does not do this thing justice. So if you sit down in front of the machine, you'll see it a lot more. But on that little video, helps if you press the right button, Megan. Oh, come on. There we go. You'll kind of see as it's sewing, there's a little red light that pops up. Do you kind of see it floating around there? I have a sample somewhere. There it is. Do you kind of see that red light floating right next to the presser foot there? What it's doing is it is doing a little laser light right where my needle is about to drop. So when I'm doing something like applique, like this little sample I've got right here, I used a blanket stitch on that applique, and 9 times out of 10, when I do a blanket stitch, I always end up with at least one of them in a V versus just flat, right? So what this does is it shows me exactly where that needle is going to drop, so I don't turn my fabric too early or anything. Nice. I'm going to let you guys look at that. So the other perk about that specifically is if you're doing something like stitch in the ditch, you can make sure you're in the ditch the whole time. If you are doing over-edge stitching over a sheer fabric, you can make sure you're actually getting over the edge versus right on top of it too. And it works with all of your decorative stitches, all your utility stitches, all of them. So you can see exactly where it's going to drop. Nice. Yeah, right? I think that is worth applause for Bernina, right? The other thing that they've added is they've done a lot on the quilting side and quilting in the hoop. So you do have customizable quilt designs. If anybody has ever looked at a Bernina Q series machine, you know that those long arms are fantastic. They have the Qmatic software, which reads Bernina quilting designs, right? Now the 790 Pro will read the same design files as the Qmatic. So it's a BQM, right? What is really cool about that is most of the time you can't put those onto your sewing machine, and only in your Qmatic software can you really resize them. Now, on the Bernina 790 Pro, you have the ability to change a 10-inch block, put it down to like 2.5 inches, or vice versa. You can take a 3-inch block and blow it up to about a 10-inch block, and it will generate the stitches to the right length and everything for you too, which is awesome. I'm going to hand this little sample around, and I'll show you guys that too. That little sample that Rob was pretending the free motion quilts on is actually done on the 790 Pro. And if you look at it, it also gives you the ability to kind of warp your designs to be perfect for what you're working on. So on this little panel, if I hold it the right direction, there are these ornaments here. So I was trying not to quilt on those ornaments, so you can really see some of those things getting really warped. You'll notice all the stitches are the same length, which is amazing. But we've got a little video, and I'll talk you through how we do that, right? So let's do this. Let's see how easy it is. Woohoo. I keep forgetting that that slides in there. Okay, so on this little video, I'm going to hit play. There we go. I'm going into the quilting design section here, and now you can see all of those designs are BQM designs, right? So they're the same ones. So I pick a random one, and then of course it's too big for the hoop I had selected, which was the new clamping frame. It's amazing if you haven't seen it yet. And then I just use the dials on the side to lower the size of that. So you've got your stitch width, stitch length dial, so you can do it with some feeling or just really precise. Now I went into a button and there's this new warp function. And now what I can do is I can press one of the little dots for the corner of my design. And if you look down on the machine, there's a little laser pointer right where my needle's going to drop. So now I can use those little dials and move it exactly where I want that point to go. I think this is fantastic because I would love to say that I'm a perfect piecer, but I'm probably not. Most of my blocks are slightly off. So now I can get it to the exact point that that block is going to be, and then I go back up to the screen, and I'm going to pick another point, and look how warped that is. So it's automatically adjusting it as I'm moving those dials. So here we go. Now we're doing the second one. We're scooting over, with a little bit of feeling here. All right. And then I'm gonna do it right about there so it doesn't get on top of those ornaments, right? And then once we span back up to the screen, it looks really funky, right? But the nice part is that where I'm warping it to is exactly where it's gonna land in the hoop as well. So that way, everything lands exactly where you want it. You can do this with edge-to-edge quilting designs. You can do this to make sure a design is in the proper place on like a shirt or a bag. You can really make sure that it's proper and exactly where you want it to go. And there's that last one. And that was when I was like, okay, they don't want to watch me do this 4 times. So, but it's pretty amazing how easy that is, right? So I was super excited they did this. Yes. That's not the only cool thing about Bernina, though. Of course, they've brought back some of our favorite features. So it's still got the jumbo bobbins on the machine. Woo-woo. The Bernina bobbins are massive if you haven't seen them. I know we've got tons of videos with them on there out there because I'm always excited about it. It does also have the Bernina dual feed. And then we also have the Bernina stitch regulator. That's not new, but they added a mode that's only been on the long arms, which is BSR3, which is a basting mode. So you don't have to spray baste your stuff. You can just do your quick free motion quilting, and you've got those basting stitches. So, woohoo! I love it. They've also, of course, got the Bernina adaptive thread tension that they've had, and the Smart Drive technology embroidery unit, which I've already nerded out pretty good about. And then you can make your own custom designs with the stitches, and you can do sideways sewing. That's always a big perk for me as a costumer. It's always nice to sideways sewing with that Velcro. The other cool thing is that they've added Wi-Fi connectivity to the Bernina 790 Pro. Woo-hoo. What that does is with your Bernina version 9 software, you're able to send designs directly from your computer straight to your machine, no USB required. I always have to hunt for my USB, not a problem anymore. It also added the new Bernina Stitch Out app. And what I call this app is it's like a baby monitor for your machine, where if you're doing something like a Thomas Kincaid tiling scene, and it's doing a whole bunch of green, and I know I need to go flip laundry, I can go do that, and then my phone will tell me when my machine needs attention. Should it need a new thread color? Should disaster strike? I will know so I can go run and help. So I love the fact that they added this. And now, before I go too far ahead, I'm giving back over to Rob.
All right.
Okay.
Got a few more tickets to add.
Ooh.
Now I
Yeah.
Thank you, Megan.
Thanks, guys.
Okay, sweet. So, Bernina has a new 790E Pro. It's a pre-order. I put pre-order on here, but we've actually been getting them trickling in a little bit, and I like to manage expectations. This is something that we can only sell in Colorado. That's our territory. So, if you want one from outside of Colorado, I can recommend a nice hotel nearby. If you want to fly in and get it, we'll take you out to dinner maybe or something nice. It'll be great. So it's only for Colorado, but we have been getting them trickling in, and my rep tells me probably end of October, beginning of November-ish is a good time to expect your machine. We're really big on under-promising and over-delivering. So this is a national promotion. I can show this. If you pre-order a Bernina 790E Pro, you get a $2,400 value bundle. I always forget, Maxi Hoop. I can't read it from all the way back. A Maxi Hoop, the embroidery bundle, a skills book, and a tote with for the embroidery unit and the machine. That was smooth. Let's see. But wait, yes. Now, Bernina has a suggestion for me on what I should be selling this for, but they're not my boss. Can we edit that out? No, so I do my own thing, right, for Tech Party. You'll love this thing that I'm going to include with it if you call or are here. It's just a mystery of what it is. It's over X amount of dollars in value, inclusions, and raw bucks if you pay cash, check, or charge. We have 60-month no-interest financing on this right now, so it's almost free. I mean, that brings it down so far where it's almost free. Okay, we have a new Bernette. Thank you, Megan. That was an awesome presentation. I love that. We have a new, it's not really a new Bernette. The B79 has been in our lineup for a long time. Bernette is a division of Bernina, and it's a really great machine. It's a Yaya Han edition. And what I like about this is it gives you a nice entry level, I guess, embroidery machine and sewing machine that has a 6x10 embroidery field. I think that's really important. I had a customer, and I won't name his name, but a few days before Tech Party, he called me and was like, you know, I bought a machine online. I thought 4x4 would be enough. And we all know that's not true. And I get it, because I always say, you know, people have a sewing machine that maybe sewed out duckies. So 4x4 seems a lot bigger, right, for a decorative stitch, but it never is. He's like, you know, everything that I see that's cool is 5x7 or more. I'm like, yes, that is the plan, right? No, I'm just kidding. So it's 6x10 embroidery field, tons of different options for you with that size. You've got a machine that'll go 1,000 stitches per minute in embroidery and 850 in sewing. And it's just a great machine. Yaya Han's a cosplayer. You know, this isn't really just for cosplayers, but I think, you know, we go to, what's that called, NDK? Colorado Anime Fest, I hear it's called. And we go there, we have a cospiddle. So people come and they have costume fails, we help them fix it, you know?
Yes.
Like they use double-sided sticky tape, I get it, but they need a sewing machine, right? And so we help with that. So I think this is a great way to get people to start integrating embroidery into their costumes, and it's just a lot of fun. So I have a video from Megan. She's gonna educate us about some of the finer features of this machine.
The Bernette B79 is already a workhorse of a machine. It's got dual feed capability, so it can handle really difficult fabrics really well. It's got embroidery, so you can embellish your costumes. It's got tons of decorative stitches. It comes with lots of presser feet. It's just a great machine. And then adding the Yaya Han edition onto it, it adds even more. There's extra presser feet that are available for it that actually come with the machine. It comes with the embroidery software version 9 creator from Bernina. So it opens up your world of possibilities of things that you can do with the embroidery side of it. It also just is such a pretty machine. Who would want to store this away? It's beautiful. So we're very excited to have this machine. Now let's talk a little bit about the machine. On the screen here, if you know any Bernina machine, the screen here is very similar. So you've got your ribbon with tension, needles, what presser foot you're using, all of that. And then, real quick, it thinks I've got my 0mm. So it can actually switch what needle plate is on the machine, which is really nice. And you also have all of these crazy decorative stitches. Personally, on costumes that I've made, I love adding decorative stitches to them, especially if you do gajinkas, for example. I've done a lot of those, because it just adds an extra level of embellishment. So you can see there's little flowers, there's snowflakes, there's leaves. So I bet that there are designs on here that you look at and see, think of a character and go, oh, I should do it with that. And it is such a cool way to embellish things. They've also got buttonholes, which, let's be real, we all do a lot of buttonholes, but the buttonholes on this are amazing. And it's even got quilting things. So I know there's a couple characters that have kimonos that look like they're quilting, or even just you decide to dive into pixel art quilting. It is a really good machine for any of those purposes. I also love the fact it does have a needle threader, which, oh my gosh, once you have a needle threader, you can never go back. And it's got a thread cutter on the machine. Woohoo! Thread cutter helps save on thread, and not to mention, it makes the speed of your sewing just go so much faster because you don't have to go hunting for thread tails, which is really nice. Now, this machine also does do embroidery, but before I do that, I just saw another button that I want to talk about. So there's this little dress form on here, which is Bernina's creative consultant. Yaya Han's machine also has this, where it shows you all sorts of different types of materials. So, for example, if you are making a costume out of leather, I can push on that icon right there. I can say, yep, I am doing buttonholes on leather. It tells me what stitch to use, what needle to use, what thread to use, and what presser foot to use. So it really kind of walks you through all those different steps that you want to do and allows the machine to do everything perfect for you, which is really, really fun. I am going to hop over to our embroidery side. You'll see this little piece right here, that's the embroidery unit. When you're on the sewing, you do take the embroidery unit off. When you do embroidery, you put it on. But we're able to still peek at designs even if it's not attached. So those are all the steps to make sure that I can go to embroidery. But you can see right away there are 7 sections of different embroidery designs that we can do. So there's even a little Yaya Han section with one of her custom trademarks here. So it's going to think for a second, and there we go. There's her custom trademark. So if you really want to deck this machine out, you surely can. Not to mention, if we go back over here, there are so many other designs that are built into the machine. So I'm going to go back one. I often push the buttons too fast because I get excited. So like this little cloud icon right here, there's even more categories in here. So if I do the little moon, look at that. It's got all of those astrological signs. We could go diving into the different designs all day. But let's go back to our little icon there. I can go in and edit. I can resize, I can mirror, I can rotate. You are a little limited on the resizing, but that's what you got the creator software for. So it makes it nice and easy so that you can do whatever you want. You can put that patch exactly where it's supposed to go. It's great. Then, if I'm ready to stitch out, I would press that needle dot dot, but the machine's smarter than me and knows that the embroidery unit isn't on right now. So, if you are looking for a great machine that is good for a beginner, intermediate sewist, even advanced, this machine is going to be fabulous for you.
Okay, thank you, Megan. Okay, so we have a Yaya Han edition special. These are prices that I can show. This is right now we have it for MSRP is $33.35. Tech Party $24.99, which is frankly the same price we have online. Yeah. You can just click and buy this on our website. And it has free embroidery software 9, which is really rare. There's only one other machine that we'll see later that I know of that has embroidery software inside the box. It also comes with 8 feet that she thinks would be great for cosplayers, costumers, and more. $12.99 value. We have 12, I don't know, some kind of month financing on that. So I need to explain the next thing here before I go into the video. It only took me 8 sessions to learn this. So the Aurora store, probably 2 or 3 years ago, next door, the building had some kind of sewer line problem that was very stressful. We actually had to close the store down for like almost a week while they jackhammered it out. But it was traumatic in the meantime because, and for all of us, like I said, we're in therapy for it still to this day. Because,
me, Amber, and Jamie especially.
Yep, Jamie would send me a picture. I'd be like, oh, I got a text from Jamie. And she's like, it's doing it again. It's flooding the back room, all that. And so I felt really, really bad. So I said, you know what? I'm going to take you and a guest to the AMC theaters in Southlands. They have a dine-in movie theater. And I rented the movie theater out, and I said, pick a movie. And I was hoping for like something Marvel, something cool. They picked the Lego movie. You really have to, you have to know the Aurora store staff. They're called the Funky Bunch. They call themselves that. It's great. They're a bunch of dorks, and they're awesome. And believe it or not, Amber is this tall. She's the tallest one there in the store. Anyways, so she's going to be mad I said that. But anyways, so there was a guy in the movie called Lord Business. And so I come out of the movie theater with Kasha, and they're waiting out in the hall, and they're like, hello, Lord Business. And so I'm like, that sticks. I don't know. I guess I'll take it. They could say worse things about me, right? So I filmed this next video in Aurora. And so now I was trying to be a cool like cosplayer, because I found out yesterday I might be a cosplayer because I'm a pirate nerd like you wouldn't believe. I have a pirate corner in my man cave. I can't call it a man cave, the media room. If I call it a man cave, I have to clean it, Kasha said. So I call it a media room. And I asked yesterday, does that make me a cosplayer? And Emily here said, well, do you dress up in pirate garb once in a while? I said, I do. So I'm a cosplayer. I like it. I belong somewhere. So anyways, here's the video. It's cringy, but it's kind of funny. Hi, this is Lord Business from Rocky Mountain Sewing and Vacuum, and I am here to announce an unboxing challenge that I like to put forth for anybody that purchases a Bernette B79 Yaya Han edition. And I'm just really excited about this because this machine is really aimed at cosplayers. Cosplayers, as you know, and as you're watching this, are an integral part of our business, and we're always trying to find more cosplayers to become our customers. So I think this will help you guys engage with us, engage with the machine. It's a great machine. You'll see all the details on our website about it, and we have a great offer on it. But let me explain what this unboxing challenge is all about. If you decide you want to buy a machine from us and do an unboxing video, there's just a few parameters. It has to be at least 5 minutes long. It can be longer. You can even be in your cosplay character if you want while you're doing the video. We'd love to see that. I'm going to pick one person out of all the entrants that submit their video, and that one person will get a $500 Rocky Mountain gift card. You can use that for anything in the store. You could buy a cabinet with that. You could buy $500 worth of embroidery designs, whatever you want. The world is your oyster. And we will give you credit, your Instagram, Facebook, we will put it on our social media, and your video will live on our B79 Yaya Han webpage. So we really want to give you credit for taking the time and doing an excellent video. Everybody that enters, whether you are selected or not, will get a signed Yaya Han book while supplies last. We don't have an infinite supply of those, but you will get one of those mailed to you free of charge. You just need to send your video to rockymountainsewing@gmail.com. There will be a link somewhere down here that you can send that to. And please also include your mailing address and phone number in case we need to get a hold of you. And it's going to be a lot of fun. So I'm really excited to see what we can do with this. There will also be a link that sends you to one of our unboxing videos that one of our salespeople has done, just as a inspiration if you need it. You don't have to follow it, but it might just be useful information for you. So please let us know if you have any questions, and I'm excited to see what we come up with. Thank you. All right. Yeah, so I'm pretty excited. We actually had a customer buy one at one of yesterday's tech parties, and she's all fired up. She's going to be doing her unboxing videos, so it'll be great. This is on we have this on YouTube and some other places, who knows. So there you go. So I'm including, and I almost said it, I would have gotten so much trouble. I'm including a generous secret amount in Lord Business bucks if anybody wants to purchase a B79. We will, yeah. I wanted to put like horns on there. I'm just not that artistic. So, so feel free, buy the machine, do a video. We're gonna have a lot of fun with it, and we'll go from there. So I also wanted to mention, so this is not, my whole purpose with this video live tech party, I don't want to feel like Home Shopping Network. Am I allowed to say Home Shopping? Oh, you know, I don't want this to feel like some, hi, come, oh, I think I just lost my video or my audio. Wasn't me. I didn't do it. I'm on. It was Hannah. Here, let me. Hold on. Am I still going?
Yeah, you're still going.
You can still hear me?
Jazz hands. Jazz hands together. Ready?
Jazz hands. Ah, technical difficulties. All right. So I'll just keep going. There we go. So what was I saying? So I don't want us to be like some stale, come buy this, we have this on special. You know what I mean? So I keep forgetting stuff. So I'm a human being. So what I want to make sure I mention is when we ship stuff out of state, we don't charge shipping. And we also, typically there's no sales tax depending on, you know, where we're going. So I just want to throw that out there. You guys have to pay sales tax because you're right here. Too bad. So let's see. So we have an M8 Professional. This is Janome's new machine. And you know, if you've listened to any of my tech parties for the last few years, I've always said, and I probably shouldn't even say this, the M7 has got to be one of my favorite sewing only machines that we carry. And the M7 was a great machine. It is now the M8. So the M8 is one of my favorite sewing only machines that are out there. And we have a lot of machines. I really love and this is just nothing. This is the Pfaff Expression 720 is also very amazing. It's a close second in my opinion. So anyways, the reason I love the M8 is it has, and any of the machines that have the word Continental on it, have this motor. So this has a DC brushless motor as the main motor in the machine. And it's just different than a standard motor. If you open up a regular sewing machine, they'll have a motor with these two carbon brushes and a commutator in there, and that's how the electricity gets conducted and makes it move. They're sort of old-fashioned, I want to say, but everybody has them still. It's just a typical electric motor. But Janome has one that is DC and brushless. I'm not exactly sure how it works. I always tell people it has magnets, like a north and a south pole, and magic is how it works. But it doesn't, it works, they last longer, 350% longer than a conventional motor because it runs cooler, it uses less electricity. My video isn't playing. So imagine me flipping through this fabric and it sewing through it very easily, because that's what the video is supposed to do. So it has more power. This video here, when I made this, was 9 layers of denim. It sews through 16 pieces of denim like butter. It's very strong because that motor allows for more power. And then also, I mean, Megan, you can come on up here. So this is going to feel effortless for me. See how light it is for me? So this is a solid cast aluminum, aircraft aluminum frame for this machine. It's a very solid machine. And you can't see, there's actually 2 holes here where the main shaft goes, and they use ball bearings in there instead of sleeve bushings. So it allows for the machine to go much faster, much smoother. You can floor this machine. You know how some machines you go really fast and the machine kind of starts working its way off the table? This will not do that, and it's just, thank you, Megan.
And this is fun.
Yeah, very fun. I'm not allowed to lift stuff, so my wife gets mad at me if I lift stuff. So. All right, so there's a lot of words up here. I'm just going to go through some of these. It's just a very smooth machine. It has AccuSpark 2, so there are a lot of built-in apps with this. There's also an app for the phone to use this. This has a stitch regulator included, which we're going to talk about in a minute. Actually, I'm just going to skip right to this. Has the industry's largest seamless workspace. You'll notice that was one piece. It wasn't a bunch of pieces screwed together for the body. 13.7-inch space right of the needle, 5.51 inches high. And it has a thumb wheel, which is kind of cool. They introduced this on the M17, when that came out last year. And so that's really nice because you can lower the needle right in front of you really precisely without having to mess with the hand wheel. And what I really like about Janome is they listen. We have a whole segment of sewists that have been kind of left in the cold for quite a long time. And they've listened. And now T-Rexes, T-Rexes, thank you, Megan. A live Facebook. So T-Rexes can now sew because they have really short arms. They can't reach the hand wheel, and so they can sew, and all is right in the world. It's going on your permanent record, Megan. So, all right. It has a patented stress-free needle plate. Baby Lock and Brother, I'm going to just pick on them, have the hardest needle plate screws to get out, in my humble opinion, because they're in weird places if you don't take them off. And you should take your needle plate off, by the way, to clean that out once in a while. But if you don't take them off for a while, they're very hard to get out. I used to have to get a long screwdriver, and when I worked in the store, I'd actually grind down the flat blade so I could get in there and take them out. So now you just poke a button and your needle plate comes up and goes back down. There's also a warning sign on there for warning strong magnet. I've had probably 3 people in the last month call me on the online number and say, is this safe for me to use? I have like a pacemaker. And it's really just there to don't put your finger in the needle plate, right? A strong magnet is what holds that down. So yeah, that's just the answer for that for free. So has a superior feeding system intelligence. So the cool thing with this, and I think they also call it floating something, I don't know, technical term. See, I try to keep your expectations low of me. So basically when you put your foot up, the feed dogs automatically drop down. So you don't get stuff snagging on the feed dogs as you try to feed it through, especially if it's puffy. And then when you put your foot down, it automatically comes back up. You don't have to set anything. It's not a setting. It's just automatic and great. Looks just like that.
So that video is with the presser foot down, so you can kind of see it moving up and down. In this video, I can move that fabric super easy underneath that before it starts going.
Very nice.
So it's kind of like magic.
It's exactly like magic. AccuFeed Flex, you're going to hear quite a few things during Tech Party, but a lot of what you're going to hear is feeding, lasers, and projection. Yeah. So this is a big feeding issue here. So most machines, you're relying on the pressure from your presser foot to smush the fabrics together so that friction keeps the top and the bottom together as it feeds from the bottom, which, as you all know, you start out like this, you end up like this at the end. So what this does, and this does clamp onto the machine, it's an attachment for the machine, but it is part of the machine. So back in the old days, you'd have those walking feet or plaid matchers, and really there's a little fork that goes in the needle screw, right? And when the needle goes up and down, the foot goes like this, right? That's all it really does. It puts a little more pressure. It's better than nothing, but you're not even really supposed to reverse with those or do more than just straight stitch. With this, it's part of the machine. So if your feed dogs go back and forth, it goes back and forth with it. So, or longer stitch length. So it just mimics what the bottom is doing. So it in essence gives you a set of feed dogs on top. And it comes with a zipper, foot attachment, 1/4 inch stitch in the ditch, all kinds of good stuff for it. So it really helps for anything you're doing. Most people, whether they're working on tricky fabrics or not, will leave this on just a lot of the time. It comes with the accurate stitch regulator, which I'm pretty excited about. And so what this does is it senses, it uses infrared, or excuse me, LED, and it senses the fabric movement under the needle. So it speeds the machine up, slows it down as it needs. If you go too fast, it'll beep at you, right? It'll tell you you're going too fast and it can't handle it. So this is a brand new feature for the Janome outside of the top of the line machine. And it comes in a beautiful case that looks just like that. That's just kind of what it looks like. It also comes with the open toe, closed toe, clear view echo foot, and ruler work. So you can do ruler work right on the bed of the machine with this. We actually have, is this my video coming up? I can't remember. No, it's not. I've only done this 9 times now, so I haven't gotten it down yet. So Continental M8, MSRP is $9,999. Very super secret, top secret tech party price, so please give us a call if you're within Colorado. I cannot send this outside of Colorado, but we have 36-month no interest financing on this right now. Ooh, what a shocker. That's in there. We have a super secret bonus bundle if you're in Colorado. Give us a call. And Rob Bucks if you pay cash, check, or charge, which really, for almost all of our machines, if you pay with a card or wheelbarrow full of quarters, you get Rob Bucks, because financing is very expensive for us. We're happy to supply it, but if you want air miles or Disney miles, whatever miles, you know, put on your card. And you get to come in and buy more stuff. I love it. So we have a Continental M6. So there's an M6 now and an M8. Same kind of idea. It has exclusive variable zigzag. It's just a really nice sewing machine. It has that same magic motor in it. Has all kinds of, has a superior needle threader, 400 built-in stitches. It's got the sewing applications. I didn't talk about the sewing applications. I must have forgotten that slide. So there are a couple of things in this machine I really love. I can't believe I lost that slide. So there's a feature where you can pick a quilting stitch, for instance, like a feather stitch. And you hit this button and it just messes it up a little bit to make it look like a human being did it, like hand stitching, instead of a robot, right, like a sewing machine. So that's a really neat feature that I really like with the M8, and the M6 I think has it too. And then there's also on the M8 you have sewing application buttons inside the machine. So the screen, like let's say you've never done a zipper, you can select zipper, it'll put a little QR code that you can zap with your phone or your tablet, and it takes you to somewhere else in the internet that'll explain how to put in a zipper. So it really helps people do things that they've never done before. It helps, which is really what we're always after. We want to have people have more and more fun. And then also at 2 in the morning, instead of having to call Megan, I'll give you her cell phone on Facebook later. No, I'm just kidding. 2 o'clock in the morning, like, hey, I have a problem. She can, Continental M6 will do it. Anyways, so we have this for $6,999. It's a great machine. Tech Party is $54.99, which just happens to be the exact same price online. We have 24 months no interest financing. Oh, yes. I can show this. We're going to include a serger. So this is a great serger, the Janome 8002D. It's a $400 value. It's a 3/4 thread serger, differential feed. It's a nice machine. Speeds up to 1,300 stitches per minute. This will also come to you for free and ship at no charge right to your doorstep. And the phone just rang. That'd be a nice, that's great. So give us a call. Oh, we're out of them now, sorry. I'm just kidding. So we have the MemoryCraft 9480 QC Professional. Again, going to kind of blow through this. There's apps for this to help with different functions on the machine. Has a superior needle threader too, and I kind of glazed over that. We take needle threaders for granted sometimes. We work with these beautiful machines all day long, so sometimes we forget these great features. So the needle threader, they've improved it. They've made it very accurate. Needle threaders, you can never say are 100% accurate. They miss sometimes. Sometimes it's human error, a lot of the time. Sometimes it's not. Sometimes it's how the thread lays in there, but it's very strong needle threader. It's very accurate, and I think they've made a nice improvement there. It has the floating mode, which is the feed dog dropping thing. They call it two different things. It has an enhanced retractable light, and it has the sewing applications. Again, you can go in there and poke garment construction, zippers, and it'll tell you what's going on and teach you how to sew and do things better. Let's see, it also has it's capable of using the stitch regulator. It doesn't come with it in the box, but it is an option. It's a $999 MSRP add-on. And this is the enhanced retractable light. I just think, I put this in here, I think it's just really cool because it just shines down the needle area. It's unique. I've never seen a machine have a light like that, but it's 6 LED lights and just does a great job of illuminating. Oh, and here's the Superior needle threader. I forgot this was in here. So it's just a really sturdy needle threader. Kabam! It's threaded. I just scared like 2,000 people online. Has a new feed dog system with 7 pieces. They've added teeth to the feed dog, and it sounds like a small thing, but they sharpened the teeth on the feed dog so they grab your fabric better. They really are just kind of patenting that after T-Rexes. See, they got inspiration from the T-Rex. I don't know. So another small thing, but it's kind of nice. Just like we were showing on the Bernina, you can change your stitch width and length, needle positions with the knob instead of hitting a plus and minus. It gives you the ability to go there faster if you want to, so you don't have to go hit the button a bunch of times, or you can be more precise. There's just smaller clicks in there. So MSRP on this machine is $59.99. Mystery trade-in and a mystery trade-in price in Colorado only, and we have a great inclusion that we can't talk about. Yeah. And I'm just going to leave this up here for a second. And so this is just a quick overview. This is just for later on if somebody wants to pause and take a look. These are the differences between the M8 and the M6, because a lot of what we do here at Tech Party is a 30,000 foot view of everything, because we just don't have the time, especially the way I go off on tangents there. All right. So I'm going to just have one slide about embroidery software, because also over the last month or two, I've gotten quite a few calls from customers looking for Mac software, or embroidery software that works on a Mac. Janome has an amazing software called Artistic Digitizer. It's Mac and PC compatible. And the nice thing is you can load it on as many computers as you want. You can only use one at a time. I know what you guys were thinking. They're going to share it with all my friends. So you can only use it one person at a time, or one screen at a time. You also have automatic updates. There's no dongle. It's a very powerful software. And you know, most software programs out there on sale are $18, $19, $2,000. MSRP on this is $11.99, and our price is undisclosed, but it's amazing. So if you're looking for a great software for both PC or Mac, this is a great one to try. Now we have a Continental M17. This came out last year. It's an amazing machine by Janome, and it has the largest runway in the world right here. Bam. So you can land a small plane right here on the bed of this machine. So it's 43.8 inches on the whole bottom deck of the machine, and 13.7 inches right of the needle. It gives you tons of space in there for anything you want to do. It's unique in that it does have the right-hand screen like everybody else. It's 10.1 inches like a tablet, but it also has a screen right in the middle. So that is where your common settings are, your stitch width, your length, all that good stuff. So you don't have to go into menus in the machine and everything, and you can just have everything at your fingertips. Very smart. It does come with the stitch regulation option with the different feet, so you can do ruler work right on your machine with ease. Now this is one of my favorite videos, but Kasha always hides. She's hiding her eyes actually right now. It's just a quick cell phone video I did during training. We got to see the new machines in Japan, and then for the rest of everybody else, they had these, when we came back, they had all around the country, you could pick different areas. My son lives in Missouri, so we decided to do the one in Missouri. They had a launch party, got to see all the new stuff, and actually sit down and use them. Kasha has never done free motion. And so this is her first time doing free motion. So you know what? The cool thing to do is to video someone the very first time they do something, right? Especially when they're camera shy. So it's a little grainy, kind of hard to hear, but Kasha is about to do free motion for the first time in her life using the M17 accurate stitch regulator. It's all plugged in and she's ready to go. All right, let's see what you got. She's gonna do some straight lines. Look at that, slowing down and speeding up as she slows down, runs over her thread. You feel like a whole bunch of people are gonna watch this. Look at that. It beeps if you go a little bit too fast, like it's beeping right now. No pressure. How do you like it?
Super easy and fun.
You're not having fun though, are you?
Not at all.
Okay, good. Not allowed to have fun. Good job. You can see my professionally done snippling right there. All right, now I don't know if you guys caught this, but when I said, "You're not having fun, are you?" She said, "Not at all." That tone right there was for me to stop messing with her. I've learned. So if you're ever around here and you hear that, that's just the tone you go for. But we had a lot of fun. You know, I kind of messed around, did stippling here. I'm not the greatest free motion quilter in the world, but I'm better than her. No, I'm just kidding. But she did the straight line waters. I just lost points. And we didn't, I don't think we've done it yet, or we hadn't done it yet. Over on this side, on the far right side where her hand is, she got to do ruler work right there. She did the arcs, 3 different arcs, and they were intersecting, and it looked really great. So she had a lot of fun doing that. And then it's kind of, I've got to stop bringing her to conventions, because like at this one, she's like, man, I need an M17 now. And then, yeah, and so, but I bring her to like brother conventions, she's like, man, I need an XP3 now. You know, took her to Baby Lock convention. She's like, I need a Baby Lock Triumph. And I'm like, you can't come anymore. It's too expensive. Okay. This does have the thumb wheel. They're the first one that came out with that. Now the M8 has it, of course. It has it uses infrared rays for the bobbin sensor. And Megan calls it bobbin chicken. Do you ever play bobbin chicken? You know, it says bobbin low, and you say, I'm going to keep going. I'm going to keep embroidering. Well, this one, how much does it leave when it says it's low?
It's like this much.
Yeah, it just leaves like 8
You
inches
won't win
or
the
so
game.
of thread.
Yes.
So when this machine does not mess around. It is empty. And of course, T-Rexes can now use the M17. They're very excited to have an embroidery machine. Let's see, that has that stress-free needle plate that pops up for you that you don't want to put your finger in. And Janome's done something different. You know, most of our machines, you know, the Brother, Baby Lock, Pfaff, they have, Bernina, they have a lot of the capabilities for creating like basic digitizing, things like that right in the screen of the machine. Janome has decided to take it off the machine and put it on a smart device. So your phone I think is a little small for me, but I have bad eyesight. But a tablet's great. You can be doing stuff in the dentist office. You know, when you bring an embroidery machine to your dentist office to do stuff, yeah, they look at me weird anyways, right? But I mean, so Megan's gonna do a video. This is really, again, a 30,000 foot view. This is like an 8-hour PowerPoint in itself. Maybe not that long. It's a lot of information you could do. So Megan did a video to kind of do it justice.
If you have a phone or tablet at home, the Janome Continental M17 will work seamlessly with it. Janome has multiple different apps available for this machine that work seamlessly. We've got AccuAssist, which is basically a quick overview of what your machine can do. So it's got tutorials, it's got all sorts of different things and information in here, which is nice because you don't necessarily need to get your manual out to look up something. And it just really gives you a good overview of the different techniques and features that are built into the machine. We've also got a screensaver tool where you can load some of your favorite photos, for instance, some of your, resource center, or your grandkids, whoever you want, so that when your machine goes into sleep mode because you've been at your ironing board, ironing that backing for a while, you can look and see some of your favorite photos. There's also the AccuSketch app, which this one is really cool. As you can see, you can scan in an image and then you can kind of draw around it. You can do this for backgrounds. You can have a grandkid come and draw their art. I'm making a little bit of a weird horse right now, but then you can go to stitch. It's going to think about it. It's not the prettiest. We're going to go to the M17. You can send it, and then it's going to think for a second, and you can see it. It just popped up on my screen. So automatically, I was able to make a quick little weird horse embroidery design that my machine is ready to stitch out. So AccuSketch is awesome for the artist in your life, or even if you want to do a signature for a quote label on your stuff. AccuSetter is one of my favorite apps because if you don't hoop perfectly straight, this app has your back. You can tell it what machine you've got, you can receive, and it'll take the embroidery design that's on the machine and put it here. Then you can just do your picture and all of that. I don't have a hoop set up, but we do have a detailed video on that, or we'd be happy to show you during breaks. And then the last app that is really cool is going to be the Embroidery Link app. And this one is awesome because you are able to do so much with it. I can pull up the designs that are in the machine, which is really cool. I can pull up designs that are on a USB stick. I can pull up the design that's ready to sew on the machine as well. I can click on that, go edit design. As you can see, there's a tutorial mode as well where you can kind of play around with it. And then from here, I can do so much. I can select things, I can add text. So for example, my son is obsessed with horses, so I can go, nay, and add that on here. Then I can move it around, I can change what font it is, so I can do that. I can arrange it, I can do all sorts, and when I'm ready, I can just send it straight to the machine and then I'm ready to sew. So the Janome apps are an incredible addition to this machine that makes it so that you can add and edit things on the go. So you don't even have to be directly in front of your machine to be playing around with some of the things that are built into it. Check it out. We'd be happy to show you during break, and I hope you enjoyed this quick overview of what the Janome apps can do.
Excellent. Thank you. Okay, so the M7, what's that? Whoa. Yeah. I was like, what happened? So Janome is really generous, and I haven't gone through and counted every machine that we have, but they give, in my opinion, more accessories with their new machines than anybody else does. So it's really great. So Janome, this machine, this is the M17, right, has an 11 by 18 embroidery field, all the way down to a 4x4. Just go ahead and throw away the 4x4 hoop. You will never need that. I'm just kidding. So 11 by 18 inches is great. Now something that's important, and I'll talk about this again later, is the bigger the embroidery, the better. But if the engineers aren't on their toes, it can lead to some problems, right? Because you can get hoops that flop, they can pop open, they can maybe break even because there's stress on them. So what they've done is they've made this out of carbon fiber, this hoop, which is about 1/4 the weight of iron, but 10 times stronger. It's very strong. You know, I've been eyeballing stuff from my car that's made out of carbon fiber. It's just very strong, but it's lightweight and looks really cool. And then on the bottom of the hoop are these little, you can't really see it, little white nubs or little buttons almost to help keep it off the bed of the machine. And then, like I said, accessories they come with 38 different feet attachments, 3 needle plates, and also something I forgot to mention, Janome on the M8, the M6, the M7, this guy, there are 3 needle plates that come with it. So that's part of the reason they have a really nice, easy needle plate to change, because they want you to be changing them for different things sometimes, because you get better results. So they have the regular zigzag, they have a straight stitch, but they also have a left needle position. This is the HP needle plate. Took me 9 times and I got it, and also a P foot. So on Japanese machines, and I never knew why, when you turn them on, like the Brothers, they start off in the left needle position, because that's where you're going to get your best stitch and performance is in the left needle position. We always just go boop and make it be in the center, because that's where we're used to being. So if you're working on something like, and we had a video last year of like this weird sequin fabric or really weird fake furs, leather, things like that, you can put that P needle plate in. It has a hole to the left of the needle plate, and you can use the foot that has a hole in the left side of the foot and use it over in that left needle position. You get an amazing straight stitch, and it has a lot of power. And these machines have a lot of power too to go through the heavier stuff, so it works really well. Yes. So in Colorado, you can have one of these. If you're not, you cannot. So I have some stuff, a mystery kit to include with this, you know, of good stuff that is a huge value of some undisclosed amount that you can get, and a huge guaranteed trade-in. So I always say this, the M17 has the largest embroidery field. It also has the largest MSRP. So we have really, you will be amazed. If you notice that on most of our ads, like our newsletters, we typically, on the top end stuff, will give at least a $3,000 trade-in. We've discovered that that's kind of a fair value for 98% of our trade-ins. So we'll get anywhere from a 1965 Singer Touch and Swear that is worth a negative $500. We should get money for taking that, all the way up to machines that are worth it, and we can turn around, we can resell them and all that. So also one of the other things, if we ever talk about a trade-in here, and you have a higher value trade-in, come see us, because we can make adjustments depending on the value of the machine. Our normal trade-in values are just an average, so we do have some wiggle room if you have a higher value trade. So give us a call if you're interested. Oh, there's a but wait in here. Man, the new unicorn of financing has appeared. We have 60-month no interest financing, huge inclusions, not normal trade-ins, and then we also are doing something special. If you want to pay cash, check, or charge instead of Rob Bucks, we're giving you actual cash off the machine. And on the M17, I was looking, we have 3 left. We have 3. In addition to this, we have 3 event models left over. They were used for a 2 or 3 day OESD event. If you're interested in one of those, give us a call. We will save you an additional, I'm just going to say, we're going to save you an additional $1,000 on one of those on top of our already big deals. So, yes. And they have the same, anytime we have previously loved, refurbished, or event models, we treat them all just like brand new out of the box, as with the 6-month upgrade, with classes, with warranty, with everything, just so. Oh my gosh, giveaway time. Is it that time already? Okay.
Crazy, right?
Got to stretch for this one.
All right.
While I was hiding off camera, I did a little more shopping.
Ooh.
I do that sometimes. I get,
He
you
does.
know, I just go, what do you think about that? Okay. So, first off, I have some
Good
applique
idea.
scissors by Pfaff. Pfaff makes some great cutting implements.
All right.
Yes, yes?
Yes.
Okay. 919 6 8 0.
Ha.
Oh, it's me again.
Again, 9 people just looked at her sideways with side eyes. No,
Right.
that's right. I agree. And since I was over there, I thought I'd get some 8. These are 20.3 centimeter cutting shears.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Very exact.
By Pfaff, yes. Yes. And the cool thing with Pfaff scissors is you can run with them.
Yes.
Yeah. 919 7 5 1. Congratulations. Okay, so we have an expert point and press tool. This is not one of those beginner point and press tools. So if you're not an expert, you can't win this. It won't work. So there we go. Okay. You can feel the tension in the air.
Right?
919 7 1 4. Hey, all right, cool. I know, they have so many tickets, you got to put them like on a spreadsheet, right?
Yeah.
So I remember one of our
Somebody's got a
sessions,
sticky note.
there were 2 ladies in front and they wrote them in a notepad to keep them all organized. It was very, very smart. I like it. Okay, so for everyone watching this, it's time to like, share, and comment. I forgot to say that, or
Oh,
maybe
yeah.
I said it and I forgot it. I'm not sure. So
We got excited anyway.
we get excited. I love to give stuff away. It's great.
We're jazzed
So the
about it.
Creative Icon 2 feels a lot like Megan's area.
Yes.
So take it away, Megan.
All right. All right. Well, the Pfaff Creative Icon 2 came out last year, but we're still obsessed with the machine, so we want to talk about it. Some of the things that I love. Oh, this has some of the other slides. That's okay. So some of the machines that are cool that are in here is that it does also have like a baby monitor app for the machine too. So it's got the So Notice app. And on that, like I said, you can let the machine do its thing. You go walk away and she'll tell you. It's very funny because I happened to be helping my mother with my sewnet a little bit ago because she's got the creative icon too. And I could tell she was embroidering when we were out at Brother Convention because I was getting notifications on my phone. So it is cool, and it does have a wide range, so that's really nice. It does have this great work area as well. So it's got a little over 12 inches of space from the needle to the throat, and it's also got 5.5 inches tall. So if you have a big old quilt or a big old ball gown that you're working with, you got plenty of room. And it also has 12 LED lights, if it goes through there, right there. And what I love about that is it illuminates the entire area so there's no shadows. So, like I said, I do a lot of costuming, and I often do a lot of black costumes, so I can really see what I'm doing that whole time, which is nice because it always feels like it sucks the light in right there. It also has the Creator Q app, which is another app that Pfaff comes out with this machine. And what's cool is this is like having your manual on your phone or tablet. So you could be sitting bored out of your mind at the doctor's office and being, how do I do radiant stitches again? And looking up that tutorial. So it's pretty cool. When you are on the same Wi-Fi connectivity as well, you can actually send those radiant stitches to your machine and go, I want that one. And Wi-Fi, it will send it and pull up that stitch on your machine, which is really neat. Yeah, isn't that cool? So there's also the My Sewnet app. So on this app here, it does a lot of different things. Now you can take a picture of your hoop and send it to the machine to make sure if you hoop a t-shirt or something upside down, you've got it in the right position, which is really nice. Never happened, not at all. It also does have the monitor on there, which is nice. So it's kind of condensed down to one app. And then they've also got a QR code on there. So the QR code is kind of neat because I've seen a lot of people use this for quilt labels, where maybe somebody graduated and they gave them a graduation present quilt, but they wrote a whole letter about how proud they were of that person. And so they could zap it with their phone and it will pull up every single time. I've also seen people use it for like their quilt guild to be like, find us here, you know? And I know we've actually used it to do a scanner for our classes. So we have a couple of those samples hanging out somewhere. I don't know where they are in the Littleton store, but it's kind of fun. So you are able to generate those QRs to whatever you want them to be. So other thing, I love needle threaders. This has a, Rob just dropped stuff, sorry. This has a fully button press needle threader, so you don't have to do a song or dance or anything. It just does it for you. Sorry. And then the best part of all, Pfaff. How many of you guys here have a Pfaff? I bet there's a bunch of you guys online that have a Pfaff too, so you'll already know how wonderful this is. Pfaff has the integrated dual transport system, which is that little black thing moving behind the presser foot there. With that presser foot there, what it does, it adds feed dogs to the top of your fabric as well as the bottom and feeds everything nice and evenly for you. So what that does is if you are going over really heavy denim because you're vertically challenged, as Rob pointed out, it goes over that 9 layers of denim super easily. It also does sheer fabrics very well. And as a crazy costumer, I've done things like foam, leather, fake fur, everything I've ever tried at it, it's never flinched at. And that dual feed is amazing for that. And it works with most of your presser feet, which is even better. For example, one of those presser feet is a 1/4 inch foot. You can see this person is piecing, and then, are you ready? Those, somebody just gasped. Yeah, those are scary, right? So those tiny little corners, that dual transport will grab it and help it go through there without getting stuffed in the feed dogs. But if you're still nervous, it comes with a straight stitch plate, so you don't have to worry about that. I always switch it to that when I do those scary things. It does also have the active stitch technology built into the machine. So what it does is those 3 little circles over on the, online you're on the right-hand side of the slide, those kind of meter your thread along with your fabric so that you get perfect tension no matter what you're doing. So I love using metallic threads a whole lot. So with those, I've never had issues with tension on decorative stitches, on normal stitches. I wouldn't use metallic for normal, but you know. It does a wonderful job with all of that. Pfaff is also famous for their exclusive stitch techniques, which if you haven't seen them before, they're beautiful. So one of the most popular ones is going to be the ribbon stitches. They have single ribbon, double ribbon, and triple ribbon stitches. And you want to see the coolest sample? This sample came from Pfaff. And if you look at it, that's all stitches. That's not just fabric. And they did it on like, what's it called, a velvet. So it's absolutely gorgeous. They even did it on the collar, right? So it's pretty cool. I'll pass it around. I trust you guys. But you can use those ribbon stitches as embellishment on quilts, on the edge of a pillow, all sorts of stuff. So it's a really cool extra thing you can do. They also have the radiant stitches. So the radiant stitches, I like to use these around things like necklines, on the back of a bag, or to accent something that I'm top stitching maybe. Bonus, this comes out later too. But what it does is it sews in a direction and then it stops so you can twist the machine into a different direction and do a decorative stitch. So that's how you can completely switch it up to be whatever you want it to be, which is really cool. They've also got the floating stitches, which I use these all the time. A floating stitch is very similar to like a flat lock on a serger, where you sew the seam and then you go, yeah, that was a good one. And then it pops this beautiful stitch out. But what's cool is that it's sewn all the way completely down. So this pillow that they sent us has it with metallic thread. But you can kind of see those floating stitches all the way down, and that's completely seamed together like that. I've used that on princess seams or corsets to put pieces together as well, to add that extra little bit of embellishment. Isn't that neat?
When I make a corset, I never use anything different. Just
Oh man,
always
they
that.
have fishes. It would be perfect for your pirate costume, Rob. Come on. All right, they also do lace edge stitches as well. So we're used to seeing lace on the embroidery side of the machine where you can make freestanding lace. On the Creative Icon 2, you can make it also with your sewing machine. So you can kind of see it. They're stitching on water-soluble stabilizer. You rinse it out, and then you make really cool embellishments. They've got it on like a little shoe there. I've done it on sleeves, on the little ruffles, on a little girl's outfit, all of those sort of things. And you can also stack it so that it looks more like heirloom lace. So if you look at this, bring it a little closer for you guys. So you can stack it and make multiple layers of it as well. Icon 2, and I think the other icons do it as well, but I've had the most success with my Icon 2. So, of course, the machine is built in with a ton of embroidery designs. I'm not going to go into that. Go explore them yourself. They're really fun. And then there's also the applique and shape creator, where you can take a design and turn it into an applique. Or they also have mini designs built into the machine, and I like to make those for borders, for those quilt labels or things. I also love the fact that Pfaff puts more hoops in their machine than any other brand. So you have the ability to use all the way from the 14 by 14 inch that comes with the machine down to an itty bitty hoop. There's magnetic, there's border, there's texture, tons of different hoops options out there, which is amazing. And of course, we got to talk about the projector. The projector for sewing and embroidery is amazing. So on embroidery, once again, when you accidentally hoop something upside down, you can project it and see it before you're stuck being the only one that can see your design, right? But it's also a fabulous thing for sewing. So we have a little video that I'm going to talk through on how I use it for like straight line quilting. So I've got a quilt sample around. You guys might have noticed I do a lot of stuff on like YouTube and on Facebook, and I have to have a quilt or something in the background. So I was working on one that I was doing the straight line sewing with, and I wanted to show you guys the projector. So there's a button right there that pops up that shows that projector, and you can kind of see it. But what's so neat about Pfaff's projector is that you're not just limited to 5 colors. You've got the whole rainbow. So you can see me going into the grid color here, and I realized that teal works the best on the quilt that I was working on. So I'm going to swing it to that color. In that center circle, you can kind of see the shade changing. There we go. And now Rob swung it back over here, and now I can really see that grid, right? That's amazing. Alongside of that, I can actually make that grid a little bit bigger. So, and what's funny is on the phone it looks like psychedelic, but that's okay. But you can see me increasing that length. I went all the way up to 1 inch, because that's about how far apart that section right there was. And then what is so cool about that too, most of us are used to the feet with the guide, which is usually on your right hand side. I used it on the left hand to kind of gauge where my next seam was going to be. You see it? And then you can sew. Now if I'm not going perfectly straight, don't judge me. I was standing up and leaning over Rob trying to sew. So, but it's pretty cool how easy that application is, right? And you can do that for your Y seams, for any seam allowances. It can also kind of show you what your stitches are going to look like beforehand. It's amazing. They do also have a setup wizard on the machine. Very quick and easy. It walks you through every step so you're not like, I don't know what's going on. I love this part. They have icon descriptions. So on the Creative Icon 1 and the Performance Icon, they just have these little buttons. Beautiful touchscreen, whole bunch of buttons that you had to guess what they were. They use words. Woohoo! I also love the fact that if there's a decorative stitch, I can hit I for more information, and it gives me information on what that stitch is supposed to be. So like if that bar tack, I wouldn't have remembered that. It reminds me. Same thing on embroidery designs. If you have an OESD collection that has multiple different sizes of designs, I often just put that whole stick in my machine and go, uh-oh. So I can hit that I and I know exactly how big that design is going to end up. Pretty cool, right? It even gives me how many colors I'm going to need, so I can go pick enough, because I'm bad at not doing that. And then also how many stitches are in the design. Then the artificial intelligence on this machine. So I'm going to tell you, it's not scary. It's not trying to take over anything. It's not going to, you know, do the mind brain thing where you have to make this quilt. No, it's not going to do that. It's just like a buddy in your pocket on the machine. And my favorite part about the artificial intelligence is that it can tell you what presser foot's on your machine. They actually did an update that includes a lot more of the presser feet now too. But I am very guilty of using that 1/4 inch piecing foot and then going to do a zigzag. So now the machine goes, are you sure? I don't want to break a needle, do you? So it's very nice. I also, since we have a lot of Pfaff owners, I bet you that zipper foot, how many put that on upside down?
For 1 year.
Yeah, Rob did it for an entire year. Yep. So now the machine will go, it's upside down, so you know. Which is really nice. So that artificial intelligence is literally just your machine being your buddy going, let's not do anything dumb, okay? It also does have the ability to do voice control. Once again, she's not listening to you. She's not listening at the words that you're saying to your quilt at 2 o'clock in the morning and it's due tomorrow and you don't know what's going on. I promise. Instead, what it is, it's kind of like a buddy where some people have husbands that are obsessed with technology and like to put a whole bunch of like Google devices or Alexa devices in your home. So what is neat is now I can yell anywhere in my house and go, hey Google, put the ribbon stitches up on my Creative Icon 2, and it will pull up that page for me. So I don't have to go hunting and go, what section was that in? It will pull her up for me. So it is a cool optional feature. So you don't even have to engage that if you don't want to. But if you do, it helps you. It's like doing the Control F on a PDF. It just finds stuff for you very easily. It'll even pull up tutorials for you if you ask it to as well. All right, this is you.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Thank you, Megan. Whoever was doing that filming on that one, bang up job. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I know.
So, I have a slide in my brain that's not on here I gotta share, so something interesting. So we have a Tech Party price that will knock your socks off if you're in Colorado. If you're not in Colorado, I inadvertently lied yesterday on the last session at Tech Party and told people that there was only 2 refurbished Creative Icon 2s left. We had 5. So we sold both of them. I have 3 more left that I did not realize I had. We use spreadsheets and human beings. They don't always go together well, so we figured out that's wrong. So I can talk about refurbished Creative Icon 2 prices publicly because I'm allowed to sell them anywhere at whatever price I want. Woo. So I want to explain what refurbished means because that word can mean a lot of things. So typically, Pfaff will have machines that, like let's say I sell, would you like to buy a Pfaff Creative Icon 2? She said yes. All right. So we sell her a Creative Icon 2. We go to the classroom, we open it up, we're all excited, and we plug it in, and the foot control doesn't work or something. It's out of adjustment or something because human beings put these together. If we just, yeah, that's where the artificial, I think that's what Pfaff's doing with the artificial intelligence, get rid of the human beings. No, I'm just kidding. So if we can just get rid of human beings. But anyways, so that happens. So we box it up. They don't make us mess with it, and we ship it back to Pfaff. And ordinarily, their service techs will go through these machines. They just don't have the people to do it. So a few months ago, I bought like 3 pallets of these various machines. And they said there's only a few stipulations. Number 1, I had to put a warranty on it. They said a 30-day warranty if I want. These, we are confident with these machines. We put a 2-year warranty on them. And then they said I had to fix it on my own dime by our service people. And then with that, I could ship them all over the country. I can ship it anywhere I want, and which I normally can't do with Pfaff. And so these are the last 3 in captivity. And so the MSRP on this machine is $16,499. We have this beautiful bundle $2,600 value. This is the bundle that Pfaff had when they introduced this last year. We were able to still get that. And so online right now, our refurbished Creative Icon 2s sell for $12,999 by themselves. So I'm going to include this, and I'm also going to take another $1,000 off because it's Tech Party. And we also have 60-month no-interest financing for any of those machines. I should have figured out that math while I was dropping stuff in the back row there, being a clown. So anyways, if you're interested, give us a call. Like I said, we can ship these no charge everywhere in the world. Well, US, better. But wait, you need more. We do have a $3,500 super bundle from OESD that we're including, which is 1 year of Digital Spree Club plus a whole bunch of good stuff to get you embroidering. So it's a great value, a great price. Hopefully people in the back are listening of what and write that down, because I'm sure people will be calling. Don't delay, buy today. There's only 3. Yes. We take trade-ins, but that includes a trade-in. So that's a great question. I didn't address this. Anytime we have an internet price or an internet machine, we don't take trade-ins on the internet. We don't take trade-ins in the store for that product. We just have the super low price. I found that when people say, yes, I'm in whatever state and I have a great trade-in, it's perfect condition and complete. I've done it before where I spend like $150 to ship it to us. I open the box and I'm like, really? You know, so we don't mess with trade-ins online. We just match the great prices out there, and if you call us, we have even gooder prices during Tech Party. Nice. Way gooder. Much more betterer. Way betterer. As low as $273 a month. See, that's the cool thing with Pfaff. I can't say the price for the new machine for people in Colorado, but I can put the monthly payment and how many months. So I'll just leave that up there for a minute, and you can figure that out. So we're going to take a break here. So grab some food, grab some goodies, a coffee. I'm guessing we're probably going to take about a 10-minute break so that we have like, how many did I say? 1,000 people here in one bathroom. No, I'm just kidding. And so we just need everybody. We're going to grab some snacks. There's an entire bowl of candy corn back there. So it might be a 15-minute break. It's going to take me a while to eat all that. So we'll see you, everybody, in just a few minutes, and we'll be right back. Are we ready? Whoa, hey, I'm back. Welcome back. I hope you didn't have too many carbs. You know, we got to stay perky here. They're eating protein. We only serve cheese and protein here, filet mignon and lobster, stuff like that. So, yeah, so they're just busy eating there. Okay, so I think the best way to start getting back from a break. Boop. There we go.
There it goes.
So giveaway time. Time to like, share, comment. Yeah, so let's see. What do we got here? I got some blue tickets.
I do hear the blue one's the winner.
Yes. So let's see. I like this. I've never seen this before. A chalk cartridge set. So it looks like it's for like marking up your fabric with different colored chalks. Look at that. Wow, retail value of $390. No, just kidding. So we're going to give this guy away. I'll hand that to you.
All right.
Okay.
You ready?
Got to shake it off. Getting back from the break is tough. 919 7 3 4.
Woohoo.
Congratulations.
There you go. No problem.
So we have an 8.5 by 8.5 inch ruler by Quilter Select. Yeah. There you go. Okay. 919 7 5 3. Whoa, all right. And last but not least, we have a friction fine liner erasable color marker set. And I heard if you do this, it'll go away. If you can erase it or use heat to make it go away. But if you put it in a freezing cold car, the lines come back. It's like magic. I didn't know that.
Only once. Oh, good to know.
Oh, really?
Oh, cool.
You learn
Well,
something
there we
new
go.
every day.
Bonus hack.
Look at that. 919 6 7 9.
Oh, me.
Oh, all right. So don't forget to like, share, comment, all that good stuff, and we're going to enter you in to win these. It's a 1-to-1 ratio. Yes. I don't know why I'm still stirring these because I'm done giving stuff away for a while here.
Yeah, no one's yelled at you about it today.
I know, that's great. See, there's a misconception with my crowd usually because it says giveaway time 3 times. They think they get 3 prizes every single time, no matter the values. So they're greedy in Colorado. I hope the people online are just as greedy. So that's great. So love of knowledge. I'm really excited about being a baby lock dealer. We've been a baby lock dealer like 4 months. And I don't know if I should say this. Should I say that? It's like humble bragging. We're already, from what I hear, in the top 10 in the country for baby lock. Supposedly, I could, unless I got bad information, I'm going to go with it though. If I did, I'm not going to tell anybody differently. So we have love of knowledge, and I promised myself I wasn't going to go into this normal funny story, and I probably still won't all the way. But I want to put to bed some, or put to rest some rumors about the difference between baby lock and brother. They're the same thing. They're the same machine with a couple differences. So there's not better parts in another. They don't say, hey Frank, turn the factory off. We got to put cheaper parts in this machine compared to this one. They don't do that. So there are differences though. So I do want to explain some differences. And you'll notice in our PowerPoint slides, we'll have brother and baby lock simultaneously. It's the same machine. So the difference with brother is that it has Disney. It's proprietary. It's the only one machine out there that has Disney. Probably always will. I can't say that for sure. I don't know. And then baby lock has like Nancy Zeman. There's graphic differences. The machines might have like a gold top cover instead of blue. But also on some of the brothers, they have WLAN capability. So like a scan and cut can speak directly to the sewing machine. But that's pretty much it. You know, the built-in designs are different, you know, for the embroidery machines and things like that. But that's in a nutshell the big difference. So want to kind of, it's so interesting, you know, we've been a brother dealer since, I mean, I sold brother back when I worked for another dealership. But since 2008, we've had brother. We've never had baby lock, and it's always been a competing brand. I'm very excited to have it. And I say all that to say this. Every baby lock that you purchase comes with a free trial of their love of knowledge. It's about a $60 value. And it comes just with the machine. I think that's a great thing that they've done. They've invested a ton of money in their studios to do educational videos and training. you can buy Love of Knowledge. It's an MSRP of $7.99. We sell it on our website for $1.99. Tech Party, I've decreased it so that it's less, but I can't talk about that. But the cool thing about it is they have more than 400 classes online that you can watch. If you have a baby lock, let's say you buy a baby lock 10 needle. You'll get the Love of Knowledge. Even for 60 days, you can watch all the videos. They don't say you can only watch the 10 needle videos and nothing else. And there's all these videos. They have 25 educators that do a bang-up job. Linda Piccini is the head of education there. I got to see her. Everybody here is doing this right now. We got to hang out with her a little bit at Baby Lock Convention, and she's a kick in the pants. She's really high energy, knows her stuff. Her team is great. And so the reason I say all that is because that education, not only because we give free classes, we have education, but it just takes it to that extra level of knowledge and education for our customers so they have a better experience with their machine. We can, and this is just an interesting thing, I'll go on a rabbit trail for a second. We have machines that we sell day in and day out and never have trouble with, right? And because we have classes and people learn how to use their machine properly, we can ship that same exact machine to someone in New York and they can have nothing but trouble with it sometimes because they haven't had the education. It's a new machine. They could have been a sewist for 25 years, but it's a new machine, and they don't have a good experience sometimes right out of the box without some coaching. And inevitably, we'll set up a Zoom call. I'll spend a couple hours with them on the phone, talking them through it, as long as they catch us before they've knocked the machine out of adjustment because they keep threading it wrong, right? That happens. And so what I really love about it is this takes the experience for the customer for Baby Lock to another level. And then it also helps us because they have great training for us as the dealer, which in turn gives you guys better education and a better experience. So thank you, Baby Lock, for spending the time, the money, because it's outstanding what they have available for our customers, and we love that. So I hope that gets me some kind of extra discount from Baby Lock for saying, no, I'm just kidding. Victor, just kidding. So Artspira is Megan's gig. Here you go, take it away.
Yeah. I get applause, that's exciting. Thanks, guys. Just teasing.
I got 3 boos. I don't think I'm just kidding.
Right? You're coming back and they went, aw, just kidding. Okay, anyway, so Brother has the new Artspira app, which actually came out about 2 days before Tech Party last year. So we did not know enough to talk about it. Now we do. So the Artspira app is a free app for your phone or tablet, and it talks to any current Brother machine. So anything that is WLAN capable, all the way down from the little NS1850D, which has a 4x4 hoop that we sell, all the way up to the Brother Luminaire, those machines will work with the Artspira app. It's pretty cool. The Artspira app, like I said, works with all of those. And I've got this little video here that shows you. They come out with new embroidery designs once a month, and they also come out with new cutting machine designs once a month. So every month you get all of these free new designs. I found this cute little cat. I selected it. I was able to find my machine. It says I'm going to put it in the pocket, and I say okay, and then it's sent directly to my machine. It was that fast. Isn't that cool? I didn't need to get a dongle or anything. I didn't need to do too much. All I had to do was go, oh, that's a really cute little cat. Send it to my machine, and I was ready to stitch it out. It's amazing, right? And that is true on both the sewing machine and the cutting machine side. They also, once a week, put out a weekly magazine with new projects that are in there. So in this magazine, you can kind of see me scrolling around. I recorded this video. There's been a lot more of these issues put out, but I go ahead and I pick one, and then I can see there's 6 projects that they put out every week. 3 of them are embroidery, 3 of them are for the cutting machine. So you can kind of see some of those designs that were out that week. I thought the little under the sea cushion was pretty cute. So you press that, and then you can scroll through, and it gives you the instructions of all the materials you're going to need, what all the steps are that you're going to have to do, and then just like that little seafoam thing, you could press that and it would send it straight to your scan and cut. And then you cut it out, and then it goes through all the steps of everything else that you need to do in order to do that project. I often get the bug to be kind of creative, and then I go into my, my resource center and look at it and get overwhelmed because there's too much to do, right? Yep. So this kind of helps narrow it down and goes, oh, that's a quick and easy project that I can do quickly. So I love the fact it's a free app too, so why not take advantage of it, right? But that's not the only thing that it does. It not only talks to your sewing machine and your cutting machine, talks to the new PrintModa printer. Oh. Yes. So the PrintModa Studio fabric printer is Brother's newest product, which is really, really cool. Rob was able to let us borrow one before they were released, so I got to play a lot. So I'm a big nerd about it. So it also works seamlessly with the Artspira app. You can not only put in designs of your own to print, but it actually has lots of projects built in. Aurora stole one of my projects. I'm watching you guys. But I've got this little Artspira video showing you me in the process of making this guy. So I chose a little origami bag. Once again, you can see it shows you all the tutorials and everything. And then in step 1, it tells me to tap that, and I was able to custom pick the fabric that was on here. And I'm gonna come a little closer for the camera. You guys can kind of see it. But I actually turned, or that bottom piece of fabric right there, that was actually one of their 37 designs that I turned into a different design. So you're able to completely customize almost everything that you throw in the app. Along with that, they've got all those projects and things. But I also want to point out, this is real fabric, right? So this is one of their like wall decor projects. It's a little cute image of my cat that I put some of those custom fabric things around it. The original intent was to make it a pillow for Tech Party. I got real far with that. But you can kind of see it and you can feel it and you can crinkle it up. So you can see that it's 100% cotton fabric, which is really nice. You're also able to pull in your own images, just like you saw, I just had my cat on a piece. But like I was talking about making those kind of like hexagon patterns, this piece of paper, excuse me, piece of fabric, it's the same size as the paper, sorry. This piece of fabric was one that I cut to be letter sized. But if you look really closely in there, that is my 2-year-old's handprint art that I turned into the hexagon thing. So that way, eventually, he's almost 2. I'll probably make him a little memory quilt and sash the thing with his little handprints on there, right? And I can be like, Preston, you made your own thing. Not to mention, I like this as well because you can kind of see the shiny backing on it. That's kind of like the paper to get it through the machine, the carrier sheet, that's the word. That peels off so that it is the fabric. So it's not as important for you guys to not peel it off because you're the last group, so. But I'll let you guys take a look at that. But it's really cool how everything works together seamlessly. They also gave us these bags at Brother Convention, which is one of those projects in there. Walks you through everything. They printed out the fabric. They put the vinyl on the top of it. Then they sent the cutting design to the scan and cut and cut out the pocket. And then you send the embroidery machine design to your embroidery machine to stitch it. So there's tons of multiple step projects like that in there. Oh, your fabric's not in there.
Oh, my slide isn't in there.
Oh, man.
So I'll talk about that.
All right.
Where is my fabric?
Where is your fabric?
Someone stole my beautiful fabric.
Rude.
It's a sad day.
I'll keep looking.
It's somewhere. So I had the opportunity to go to convention, of course, Brother Convention. You know, we had Megan, you know, we got her a printer to begin with, you know, like a couple months before convention. There it is.
I found it.
Because I really wanted her, you know, transparently, I had trouble with the printer. It's like, why? Why does someone want a fabric printer? You know, it's not a sewing machine, it's not a serger, it's not a scan and cut. I need to be inspired because, you know, that's just how I am. So at convention, even I was able to do this. So it was very easy. This happened to match our project, which looked just like this, but I wanted to keep this to show you guys. So I wanted a couple of things I want to talk about. It was amazing. Before the printer even hit a store, there were people on the internet going, man, it's not gonna work. You know, I think there's like professional trolls maybe out there.
Yeah, probably.
They pay them big money to be. But anyways, like, if you rub the fabric, the ink will come right off. So I saw that because I was just creeping around online, looking at comments, and I was like, really? I went, for like a long time. See, no, it doesn't rub off. So a lot of questions that we get, I'm going to try to answer up front. Is that all right?
Yeah, totally.
So when we did this, they had us print it, and went, cut it, everything. It was great. I was really proud of my design because it has bright green and yellow in it, which is my favorite color, which is why I picked it. So they just had us go in the back, put a piece of fabric on it, and just quickly heat set it with an iron. It wasn't anything big, just a little heat on it to heat set it. And a lot of the questions we get are, is it going to bleed? This is fabric. Will your quilting fabric bleed, right? It could. So how the educator explained it was, treat it like any other fabric. This is white cotton. That's how it comes on the roll. And if you were to make this like solid navy blue and lay down all that ink on there, and it doesn't soak through either, by the way. If you to lay that much ink on here, it may bleed. So treat it, and this is 9 sessions. I still can't remember the name of it. To set it?
Oh, retain.
Retain.
Sorry.
Gosh. Use retain. I guess vinegar will help set your ink, your colors and everything. So that's just all I have to say about that. But you know, the educator that we talked to said that she hand washes some of her stuff, machine wash it, all that good stuff. So just treat it like any other fabric, right? Because that's what's happening there. It uses, oh, go ahead.
No.
Oh, you just hissed.
I just went, yes.
Oh, okay.
I was
I
agreeing.
thought she was hissing at me. I was like, what? So anyway,
dinosaurs.
so treat it just like regular fabric. And then I'm going to show you a couple things. You know, I'm really excited. And this is when we went to a room called the Immersion Room at Brother Convention. And so where's our thing?
Where
I feel
is
like
our thing?
I
Ooh,
feel
I'll
like
find
I'm
it.
just cattywampus here.
Oh,
So
there it
before we went in, they took a picture of the 4 of us that went to convention. And we were wandering around the immersion room afterwards, and this guy walks up and hands this to me. And I was like, this is so cool. It's just a little brochure that says Austin, Texas 2023, had our picture on it. I tried really hard to figure out how I could do it at Tech Party and take a picture of you guys and give you guys each that. But with the, you know, we had like 500 or 600 people at Tech Party over the last 4 days. I didn't know how I would do that, so let's just pretend I did that, and it was super cool.
We really debated on it a lot.
We really tried hard
We
to
tried to
do
figure
that.
out how to make it
Aren't you
happen.
impressed? And so
Right? Woohoo.
a little light bulb went off on me because they had this quilt there. I tried to get my hands on it. I couldn't, so we took a really good picture of it. And this has a lot of stuff in it. It's got, you know, some kids, it's got some quilting, it's got some embroidery, a lot of different things in there. And the reason I like this is because who doesn't like personalized things, right? People love to make personalized things. We have customers that have side hustles, and a lot of how they make their money is personalized things, whether it's a dog collar that says Fluffy embroidered on it, or a collar for the husband that says husband on it. No, I'm just kidding. So, you know, there's lots of different things. And so what's more personalized than a picture of somebody embroidered on or whatever, you know, make a scarf out of it, whatever. And so there's a lot of opportunity. Now, starting next Tech Party, you'll probably see me use this more because Kasha and I are going to be grandparents in November for the first time. So November 19th, plus or minus, we're supposed to have little Delphi is going to. So this is the first time Delphi's been mentioned ever. So I don't know why I'm getting choked up. So we're excited. So. So we're going to have a lot of Delphi stuff. We're going to have, so anyways, you can do a lot of personalized things online or on our quilts. We can have just so much. It's just really exciting. Have I skipped anything?
I don't think so. Oh, we have had a lot of people ask questions about how much ink
Yes,
you're
that's a
going
huge
to go
question.
through, which there's not really a good answer for that because it depends on how much you're printing. If you're going to do a whole thing that's black,
Yeah.
you're going to use more ink. However, the best example I have is while we were at Brother Convention, they took that picture for all 300-400 attendees, and then we asked them, and they didn't have to change their ink cartridge until the very last day. It was a 4-day event. So it lasts a good long time,
Yeah.
depending on what you're printing.
And actually, I just thought of 2 more things. So people have been asking too, because it is inkjet. We are in Colorado. It's a little dry here. So somebody recommended, you know, depends on the humidity of your house. We all have humidifiers, or some of us do, because it's so dry here. So inkjet printers can dry out. It's just a fact. So I asked the educator that. And you know, it's hard to really quantify everything, but she said, really, unless the printer sits for a long time without being used, you're not going to have a problem. But there's a cleaning setting that does not use up a lot of ink, and it'll clean the jets out. So what's a long time? I'm just going to call it 3 months. I have no idea what a long time is. So, but that is a potential thing with all inkjets. And so, and this also prints paper if you wanted to. So, you know, the cool thing with this is Brother knows how to make a printer, right? I mean, if you go to an Office Depot and you see a Brother printers and stuff, that's the same Brother that makes our beautiful sewing and embroidery machines and everything. So, and that's why the Scan and Cut has been so awesome, because that uses that same scanning and printer technology in there, so they really know what they're doing. I suspect there's going to be more things that Brother comes out with to go with this, but right now we're already pretty impressed with this, so I'm very excited.
And while we were in that room, we had a bunch of engineers like taking notes of things we were asking. It was kind of funny.
Yeah, and I'm not
You're just
sure,
like, hi.
but I think T-Rexes can probably even use this.
Yeah,
I'm
I
just
think
thinking,
so. It's just one little button, pretty
Yeah.
easy. I think somebody had a question. Was I
Oh,
wrong?
How hard is it to get the ink in
how hard it is to get the ink and the paper, you get it with us.
Yeah, we carry it. Yeah, absolutely. So we're going to be carrying that. And also one more thing I wanted to point out, the ink that just like any printer that you get, your first initial batch of ink that's inside the printer is not the real cartridge, right? They just give you a sample or whatever you want to call it. Because like I just bought a printer because Kasha stole mine. So I bought a printer and I printed some stuff, but not that much. And it already says toner low, but that's because it's the brand new one and that happens. So, but we're going to carry it. We'll have it at a discount. It's Brother Printer ink. It's not anything, you know, special. Unless you buy it from us, then it's special printer ink. We have a patent on that, so
Great.
I'll
Do we
bless
have
it.
one more question? Yes, so is the fabric special as well? Brother
Yes.
does make the fabric for it. It comes in a roll, and the roll is up to 5.4 yards long, so and about 12 inches wide.
Yeah, and that's because the back of the fabric has that carrier sheet that you really
Yes.
need to have it smoothly print. And the other thing we haven't said is you can take that with the carrier sheet, you said, and put it right on the scan and cut, correct?
So I was incorrect. I
Oh,
forgot that
she
you
lied.
did the laminate first.
Oh, the laminate first, that's right, that's
But
right.
you can stabilize it just like you would like your normal applique pieces. Sorry.
All right.
But the carrier sheet, just so you guys know, is not ironable. I tried.
Yes.
It very quickly.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
if
that's
you
not
want
a
to
good
shrink
idea.
it, you can, but the fabric
Like a
works.
giant shrinky dink.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, here's my
Oh,
here's
there
my
it is.
slide. So yeah, so it's so easy even Rob can do it. You know, I made that. Yay! All by myself, like a big boy. All right, so we have an amazing price on our PrintModa Studio fabric printer that I just can't share with anybody out there unless you
Call us.
we will ship this at no extra charge. So I put some prices up there for this. And so the cool thing is, you know, you can get the print card. There is a typo actually, because there's 3 of the color cartridges are about $34.50 each or something. The black one I think is $54.50, somewhere in there. So it's a little bit off.
Yep. Yeah, normal price for ink.
Yeah,
Butt
it's so weird having a butt weight with like no great price to begin with. So just imagine a really good bundle right here. And so this is something we can ship everywhere. Give us a shout. How do I say this? I never know how to say some things without being weird. So I have seen online deals for the PrintModa over since it's come out. And I hazard a guess that this is better than all of them. I really have not messed around with this. So just know that. So all of our phones just rang. No, they didn't. Only at Tech Party. Okay. So I do want to say one more thing about Tech Party pricing. We do have an email that's going to go out. So I'm taking a little bit, and this is probably a mistake. I make mistakes sometimes.
What?
This is probably not as much pressure as I want. We are extending our Tech Party prices through the end of next week. And I'll tell you why. This is a command decision. I went back and forth, and it's primarily because we have Rusty Barn next week. And I don't want to try to come up with a whole nother price list and everything for that because I've been a little busy for like the last 2 months. But I've gotten and I can't say all of our things will be the same. So I'm going to have to leave that as a little bit of a mystery. There are some things that have a definite deadline, but my reps have gotten back to me. I can keep a lot of my pricing for my product the same. The things that change are the financing is really something that is ironclad. I don't have a lot of control of, and they can't either. And so financing could change. I'd be careful. If you're really interested in the financing, I'd say don't delay by today. So just going to throw that out there just to be a transparent kind of guy. So we have a Brother Stellaire XE2 and XJ2 and an Altair 2 and Meridian 2. Can you guess what the previous version of this was? I'm sorry. Sometimes I say stuff like that just for me. XE1 and XJ1 were the previous ones. So we have a Brother and a Baby Lock embroidery only in combo machine that just came out. And you'll notice again, I have them both on the same slide because why? They're the same thing. Yes. So new sewing included, or new included sewing as accessories. There's a compact digital dual feed foot. That is not new. It's just smaller now. They made it a lot smaller than the old one. And then it also has the end, and I'll explain this a little bit more in a minute. The N plus foot comes with some, you can't really see it here, but some stability at the ankle to help keep it more stable while you're doing decorative stitches. It's just a gooder foot. Has a newly engineered needle plate. You know, like I said before, Baby Lock and Brother have the hardest screws to get out, just in my opinion, so sorry. Just how it is. But right now, with the new machines, you pop a little special screwdriver in there and it pops right up. No screws, no screw. I guess you need a screwdriver, but no screws. Let's see if our video works. This is a tricky video for us all tech parties. So imagine right here that there's some really neat sashiko stitches stitching out on it that look just like this. And then we also have improved tapering stitches on there. Oh, there it goes. Sashiko. So sashiko looks like hand quilted stitches, right? So you know what that means. So perfect feeding control with a compact digital dual feed. It's called the Move It foot sometimes. I think that's what Brother calls it. So what this is, you know how we talked with Janome about how it feeds the top and the bottom like second set of feed dogs. This one has a belt on the bottom of it, and it plugs into the machine. And so the belt never leaves your fabric. So you get perfect feeding with that, and you can push plus or minus and slow it down or speed it up in relation to the bottom feed dogs. So you can make the top go faster or slower than the bottom, which is great for easing, things like that. And it just boogies over tricky fabrics and everything. It's great. And then I'm gonna let you explain the laser positioning, because that is you. Yeah, you should turn your microphone on.
Turn my mic back on. Okay, so on the XJ2, XE2, Meridian 2, and Altair 2, they've added a lot of cool new features, including one that is not just laser alignment positioning. So we're going to start off, and they have added something called matrix copy, which you can have one design like this and put it on whatever. And most of the time, what we used to have to do is say, copy, 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 you know. Now, it'll automatically generate however many you need. So we're going to show you on the machine how to do that. The best part, it color sorts it. Yes. So I don't have to do blue, green, blue, green. I can do all the blue, all the green.
Do you want to show the people on the interwebs?
Oh, I probably should. Let me borrow that.
No sense, no sense.
Sorry, guys. So that one is the single design. And then that is the matrix copy. So they did this on a placemat so that it has everything on there. There you go. Yep, so.
Take it away, Megan.
Take it away, Megan. So once again, was awkwardly over Rob's shoulder. So, are you playing or are you thinking? There we go. All right, so we go in the embroidery mode, and they've added a lot of new designs in the machine here. So there's a couple of the different categories. One of the new designs is actually crochet-looking stitches. So don't tell your great-grandmother. Mm-hmm. But one of the coolest samples we saw at Baby Lock Tech was that they did the matrix copy with the lace to make a placemat. How cool is that? So I was into that button, I hit that matrix copy, and now it's auto-generating however many will fit in my hoop. So then I change my hoop, you can see it switch, and then I can make it really wide, or far apart, or really close together to the point where they almost overlap. And you saw how easy it was that it just automatically generated all of that, right? So how cool was that? So there's also the laser alignment positioning, which when you don't hoop perfectly straight, it's got your back and you don't have to have a camera or anything for it. So I decided to type something totally not predictable at all. And they've got 2 new fonts in there. That's one of the 2 new fonts.
And what does that stand for?
Rob must sell vacuums.
Yes.
But anyway, so we come in here and you can kind of see I decided to do that bottom left corner for the positioning because it's text. You can choose any of those other points. And I decided to do the sideways so that we could get it nice and even on my very well hooped stripes there. So once it's active, you see that laser pointer go up and it tells me where to move that first point. So where that bottom of the R is. So I was trying to line it up with one of those stripes. And now I told it to go to step 2. And then I'm going to try and use these buttons to get it to the next point. And on the bottom, there's those 3 arrows. Those are slow, medium, fast, or 1 needle, 2 needle, 3 needle. You can see me getting it in position there. And now the magic happens on the screen where we can see that it's straight. When I hit set, it lined up perfectly with my stripes. Pretty cool, right? So it's a very easy way to do placement.
Does the laser light automatically come on?
The laser light does automatically come on when that happens. So that was a good question. And you can also turn it on in other points too, but usually I just take care of that part.
And also, a lot of people don't know this. If you turn the laser up to 11, it will cut your fabric for you too. No, it won't do that. Sorry.
Don't do that. I'm also going to take over for IQ Designer in my design center. I love these. I am obsessed with it. You can do so many things. Carolina's smiling at me because she knows I used to do a class she used to take. But usually when Brother or Baby Lock comes out with a new upgrade, they add 6 fills. The Stellaire, Altair, and the Meridian originally came with 15. They added 15 more. They doubled the number of fills in the machine. Woo-hoo. I was so excited. They also added a new feature in there that was only present on the Luminaire or the Solaris, or Solaris Vision, which was the motif stitches around your designs. So usually when you bring in a shape in my design center, it just has like a really thick line or a really thin line or some really weird looking lines. But now they added motif stitches where you can take a decorative stitch and make a border around it, kind of like that. So this little thing that I stitched out here has the new fill, some of the new designs, and the motif stitches around it. So you can kind of take a peek of that. But it's pretty cool what they added in there, right? They also made it so that the IQ, Intuition, Positioning, and the My Design Snap apps work perfectly for it. So you can send pictures, you can send images to it, all sorts of stuff. And then, of course, we were talking about texture earlier. Brother added the crochet stitches onto this machine. And they also added the yarn couching that came out on the Solaris and Luminaire last year. So they were really into adding texture into them. And if you look, that's kind of what that crochet stitching looks like. Isn't that beautiful? So like I said, don't tell anybody that's a die-hard crocheter or else they're gonna, well, huh? So on the crochet, it's just embroidery thread. It does not use yarn, but this does. So this is the yarn couching, which you do with the embroidery foot and embroidery thread and the yarn. And they have letters and they have all sorts of couching designs built in as well. So hand both of those to you guys. Huh? From the front. Yes, so she asked if we couch from the front or the back. It is from the front. And then I believe, Rob, it is your show.
Is that my turn? Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, so like we said before, pick a brand. We don't care. But we have 2 different prices. You know, that's kind of one of the weird things. Baby Lock and Brother have different MSRPs and different online pricing thresholds. So this is what they have that we have them for online right now. And also, that's for the combo machines, the sewing and embroidery, Altair 2 or XJ2. But if you have a sewing machine that you love already, I had a customer at one of the sessions who had a Pfaff 7570. She loves that machine. It was a great machine, made in Germany, front load, full rotary, metal hook, everything. Back in the early 90s when I first started, that just came out like right before I started. So it was brand new embroidery, up to a 5x7 hoop. Wow. But it's an amazing, it was a great machine. They're very well made. She will never part with that as long as it works, and it's a great sewing machine, but the embroidery is really outdated. You know, it was really great back then. Now, you know, like in 25 years from now, they're gonna be like, really? They didn't have mind control for their sewing machines back then? They had to like use lasers and cameras. Now it's like, you know, so anyways, so she'll never give up that sewing machine, but she wants all that great embroidery. So this is perfect for that kind of person. This is a Meridian 2 or an XE2. Either one of them, $64.99. I would probably buy the Baby Lock one because it's got better screws in it. Then I'm just kidding, that's not true. But same machine. So anyways. Now, the butt weight is where I get into tricky territory. So you'll have to call us for the butt weight part of it. We have 36-month no interest financing. Either of those machines, I know, it's been going crazy back there. I just didn't want to say it because it sounded cheesy, you know. But anyway, so we have an amazing package. Your mind will be blown, I promise. And 36-month no interest financing. We have Rob Bucks if you don't finance, all that good stuff. Okay. Boop. Now, we also have an upgrade. So if you have an XE1, XJ1, Meridian or Altair, the previous versions, you can buy an upgrade to get these beautiful, amazing embroidery, all the functionality that we just learned about. The only thing that will not change, we cannot shrink your existing, oh my gosh.
Dual feed.
Dual feed, sorry.
This thing.
Yeah, yeah, the digital dual feed. Well, I don't know what happened right there. And we also can't change the fact that the screws are on your needle plate. We can't, that's mechanical, right? So Brother has it right now for $6.99. And then Baby Lock has theirs for $7.99. It's because they use gold in their upgrade. No, I'm just kidding, they don't. It's the same upgrade. Now, that is a difference. You cannot put a Baby Lock upgrade on a Brother and a Brother on a Baby Lock. There's like proprietary coding or something, you can't do it. But the reason the Baby Lock one is a little more, it has a great value. Remember how I talked about Taconi before? And they also distribute a lot of the notions and Madeira thread. So there's a really nice Madeira thread bundle in there. There's an Urban Threads like download code to get free designs.
And embroidery library.
And yeah, embroidery library. And then what was the other thing?
The Welcome Home
Welcome
kit,
Home,
which is a cool like kit they made specifically for this upgrade.
Yes, for $100 more. So that's a really good value with both of those there. Now, before we go any further, I just want to do just one drawing. This is a surprise one, and this is why. Yeah.
There you go.
My life has been changed. It said I found it says perfect scissors on it.
They are.
So I mean, perfect scissors. That's a high bar. So I wanted to give one of these away.
They are perfect scissors.
Yeah.
And they've got a serrated blade, which makes them even more
and
perfect.
a squishy handle. So I mean,
handle.
I just couldn't help but give one of these away. Well, two of them away. So your life will be changed if you use these. I can guarantee it.
Genuinely.
Ready? Just me touching them right now, I feel like a better person.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Here, why don't you just hang on to them?
Yeah. 919 780
Two?
780 in the back. Congratulations. And congratulations ahead of time to whomever liked, shared, and commented and won those in the future.
Yay.
Future you. So we have a Solaris Vision and Brother Luminaire 3. Those are the two top-of-the-line machines from Baby Lock and Brother. So this slide right here is a little weird to see, but this is actually part of an embroidery design being projected on fabric. So these machines have a projector, and we're going to highlight some of the functions of that really quick here. So this is not new, but cool. This came out last year. There's new long stitches, and there's more yarn embroidery that adds some really nice texture. Hopefully you can be a little bit more creative than I was and do more than just a letter B, but for Brother. And then Megan's going to exchange. You can do large connect, whoops, mind your way. You can do large connect embroidery designs and edge-to-edge quilting with this. And so basically, I'll use some words and then we'll have a video. So this is just one embroidery design repeated over and over and over and over again, and you will not be able to find a connection point or a gap anywhere. Theoretically, you can take like a embroidery fill, like a quilting stitch, stippling or something, and you can make a quilt as long as this wall right here. And so what's nice about it is if people don't have room for a long arm, you can get long arm results and not have someone else have to quilt your quilt, or you can do beautiful designs like this. And something that we forget to point out is look at this fabric. This is organza. This is tricky stuff, and this is a pretty dense design. These machines just embroider beautifully. That was just for free.
It did it like butter.
Yes.
It did
All
it
right.
like butter.
Here comes Megan
We're
with
the
a
Brother
wonderful
Luminaire
video.
XP3 working on one of the new large connect designs that are built into the machine. These new large connect designs are awesome because they're very, very large embroidery designs that won't fit in one hooping, but the Luminaire 3 makes it easy for you to rehoop to the next section. So I'm in the middle of a project. I'm putting these cute little bumblebees onto organza, and I thought on the next round of the large connect design, we'd do it together. So I'm going to let it finish stitching this bumblebee, and I'll show you how you get it done nice and easy on the Brother Luminaire. So here we go. It's just going to finish a little bit of stitching right there. And stitch is so quiet. Oh my goodness. It's great. If you have a sewing buddy, you can totally still have a conversation while you're embroidering. It's great. All right. So it's going to finish up here. Sing me a song. And then it goes to the screen saying, our embroidery is finished. Are you ready to connect to the next part of the pattern? So I'm going to tell it yes. It's going to think for a second, pops up the next part of the pattern. I can press the edge-to-edge button that you're probably familiar with if you've done edge-to-edge stitching on the Brothers before. It comes here. It asks me where I want to place it. It's already there for me, so I don't have to stress out about it. It's going to move. All right, and now here's the fun part. With the projector that's built into the Brother Luminaire, it actually projects where I'm going to put my snowman sticker so that it can figure out where the next design's going to go. So I'm going to go ahead and put that down. So you just place it exactly where it's projected. You tell the machine, okay. It's going to scan for it, and I like to say it plays hide and seek and tries to find it. Oh, looks like we've got it. It's going to think for a second. All right, we found it. We're going to the next one. And it's going to do it again, where it projects where my little snowman's going to go. And I'm going to put it onto the hoop. The nice thing is I don't have to do it perfectly either. If I goof it up, the machine will accommodate for me or tell me, you better do that again. So if I scan, it's playing hide and seek again. She's going to find it. There we go. Found it perfectly. Now it tells me to leave the stickers on and re-hoop my hoop. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. All right, so I already hooped this up so that we're ready to go. I just figured you guys wouldn't want to be bored out of your skulls watching me hoop. So we're re-hooped, ready for the next design, and you can see how big and beautiful this is turning out. So I'm pretty excited. So I'm going to go ahead and put it back on the machine. Sometimes being able to see through the fabric helps. And then on the screen here, it tells me re-hoop the material, all of that, and when I'm ready to scan. So now that I'm all hooped up and ready to go, we're going to hit scan. It's going to think for a second, and she's once again going to play hide and seek. And it's going to go look for those snowman stickers that we put down. Nope, she's almost got it. So you can see it's thinking. Found her. All right, now she's looking for scan number 2. Here we go. It's double checking. All right. So it now gives me a little smiley face saying, hey, I found them. Go ahead and take those off, and we're ready for the next pattern. So I'm going to take my snowman stickers off. There we go. Snowman stickers are off. I put them to the side. I'm going to go ahead. I rethreaded the machine, but couldn't do the needle yet, so use the magic needle threader. And then from here, we're ready to go. So see just how perfect she lined up. Green is go, and here we are. Look at that. It ended up exactly where my last one ended up. Look how perfect that is. Oh my gosh. And you can just see it lines up perfectly with the other honeycomb designs that are in this large Connect design. So I'm going to go ahead and finish that, but you guys will see the sample at Tech Party. As you can see, the large Connect embroidery designs are so much fun because you can do those big crazy projects super duper easily. Come play with it in the stores or check out the sample here at Tech Party, and we will see you next time.
Awesome. Thank you, Megan.
Thanks, guys.
Excuse me, ma'am. Okay, awesome. That was a great video, Megan. Thank you. So you can clearly see how that works. It's just rinse and repeat. Do it over and over, and you can sew on those embroidery stickers. I've done it. You don't want to. It's not like extra stabilizer, but you can. But it's really nice because what you don't see on the screen, there's a little a square that you can see your hand on the screen inside the square there, right? I think that's how it still is. And you can put your stickers exactly where they need to be. So it's just great. The camera's great. All right, so moving right along, we have a larger embroidery field, and remember what I said about being careful, going too big, you can have problems. So they've added some steel reinforcement to the frame, as well as, they say rubber plates. I think it's more like a rubber gasket on the outside, and they've reinforced the quick release on there. Almost a 11 by 16 inch embroidery field. It's faster yet quiet. So remember how I talked about the magic motor? This has a magic motor not in the machine, but in the embroidery unit. So it's an industry first. It's very quiet. It makes it very fast. They were able to improve the embroidery speeds once they added this to the machines. And then also it has calibration while you're embroidering. Most machines, when you first turn it on, it goes bzz, 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 and that's calibrating, and then it's done. This calibrates while you embroider, and like I said, it makes it, this is the same embroidery unit technology that we have in our 10 needles, our professional machines. So very durable embroidery unit. 1,157 built-in embroidery designs on the Brother. 907 built in on the Baby Lock. They don't have as many, but they make up for it by having a pirate ship. I did not know it was there. I can't wait to have some free time to do an embroidery ship. You know, since I'm an embroidery nerd. I'm an embroidery nerd, but I'm a pirate nerd, and so whole section of pirate stuff. Honey, we're getting. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, it has a very large workspace for quilting and sewing, 13 by 1.5 inches right of the needle. And it also has a scratch-resistant base on the bed of the machine, so pins and needles won't scratch it up and make it look ugly over time. I hate that. Aha! So it has automatic height adjustment. Right now on this video, the machine reduced the amount of pressure the foot was exerting on the fabric to go over the hump. As soon as it goes back to the other side where there's 2 or 3 layers of fabric, it's going to put more pressure on it so it feeds better. And then you couple that with the compact digital dual feed that's included with the XP3 and the Solaris Vision, you have amazing feeding with that belt system. I love this because this is magic is really what this is. This is not stitches right here. This is actual light projected on the fabric. So you can click on something and a video may or may not play. Can you manually play that, Josh? Sean? I call him Josh sometimes, but nobody knows why. Because this is pretty magical. All right, I will fake it. I'll fake it. So basically you can change the stitch width and length on the bed of the machine using, I don't know if you can see at the bottom there, it's a V-Sonic pen is what they call it. Has a battery in it. So you hit plus and minus, you can see the stitch change length and width. You can change to a different stitch on the screen. You can change your needle positions, and so you really can preview your stitches before you sew them out. And this is really cool. We had the snowman stickers. Those are the stickers that Megan was doing. They look like a snowman. We have snowball stickers that have like this little black line. And in this image, there is a little red seam that's probably hard to see on the screen. But what that allows you to do, we've got these 2 lines lined up with that seam. And what happens on a decorative stitch, like let's say you're doing a little ducky. When you get to the end, you don't want a half a ducky, right? You want a full ducky at the bottom. So what happens, you put the sticker where you want it to end, and about 2 inches from the sticker, the camera picks up the sticker, and it starts minutely changing the stitch so that it ends up perfectly. You can't tell the difference, and it's perfect every single time. So I put on here, no more guesstimating, so you don't have to worry about where it's going to end up at. There are light fill options for all 36 decorative fills, and I picked that didn't work. I picked the stippling stitch because I really like that. That's the only like non-human stippling stitch that I've seen that looks real. So you could realistically use this on a quilt and lie to your friends that you did it like free motion if you're into that kind of thing. So lying to your friends. So there you go. So they know better. So Solaris Vision or XP3, which will it be? I've never thrown this out there, but how about both? They could buy both. You know, I mean, I'm not afraid to ask. So this is available for people in Colorado. We have a humongous guaranteed trade-in and a great tech party price for this. And of course, a gratuitous but wait. You're going to get a undisclosed amount of raw bucks. And then maybe something to embroider.
But wait.
And then maybe something else that's magnanimously generous to include. This is mind-blowing with this. That would be a lot of fun to use in conjunction with these two machines. Only at Tech Party. And the new unicorn of financing has reared his beautiful head. We have 60-month no-interest financing. So huge amount of inclusions, big trade-in, financing, and double raw bucks if you pay cash, check, or charge. Boo, boo, boo. All right, thank you, thank you. So we have 10 Neils. Now the difference between Brother and Baby Lock get even closer. There's no Disney or any of those things on these. They don't want you competing against them in a commercial business, right? Sewing those things out. So this is just a little video that shows you can do ball caps. The interesting thing with the 10 Neils, or really any of our multi-Neils, is a humongous portion of our customers, I would dare say 75 to 80%, or maybe 85% of our customers buy these and never intend to embroider anything for money. They just want to have fun with like a 14 by 14 potential frame. They want to load up maybe 10 colors, walk away and go do some quilting, whatever. So it's just amazing. And these machines can take those stitches. Sometimes they don't want to have an XP3 with 365 million stitches on it, right? We have an original, one of the original 10 Neils at my service center now that has about 350,000 or million stitches on it, and we're not going to resell that. That's too many stitches. We'll use it for parts maybe or something. But they can really take it. It still works and everything. So it has a very large 14 by 8, right out of the box, 14 by 8 embroidery field. Embroiders 1,000 stitches per minute. You can do the 14 by 14 embroidery frame, but it's you have to flip it, and uses the camera and the snowman stickers. It works great. Oh, and something we forgot to mention, if she had taken this out of the hoop with the snowman stickers, and let's say it exploded out of the hoop on her, she could do whatever she wants. She could re-hoop that almost blindfolded, and it would line it back up for her, by the way. And so this has the same capability. The 10 Neils have the camera and everything as well, and use the same technology. And she's going to actually talk about it right now.
Okay, disclaimer for this video. This is not how I would hoop a t-shirt on a Brother 10 needle machine. But I wanted to show you how cool the camera function on the Brother PR1055X really is, because it really helps when you're trying to do placement. So usually I would hoop it. I'd probably use sticky stabilizer, either magnetic frame or the sleeve frame, get it all in proper so that it's all there. But with this very obvious pocket on the front, the camera really makes it nice and easy so you can place designs perfectly. So we're going to do a mock of that right now, and eventually we'll do a real video with how you do a real shirt. So I'm going to go into my designs, and I know there's some good kind of kid designs in here, and you know, it's orange, so let's do, you know, a kind of fun, funky Halloween one. So I'm going to set it. In this screen, I can set it, I can rotate it, I can copy it, whatever I want to do. For now, I just want to get the placement right. So I can actually use my camera on this machine in order to do that. So I can activate the camera, and you notice the head moved, and now I can see that right now my little ghost is stitching directly on the pocket, which is not what I would want usually. So in here, I can make this a little bit bigger too, so I can really see what's going on here. I'm going to close my rotate, open my move, and now I can move it until I know that they're not on that pocket anymore, and you can kind of see it moving as I move my finger over. I've also got speed, so we can go a little bit faster. But now I can see it stitching on the collar. So I probably would like to change my needle position. I'm going to move it to the side, so now I can see the side of my little ghosty. I'm going to rotate him a little bit. We're going to do it right about there. And now I can continue to move him out of the way. But see how I can line him up with that pocket to make sure he's not stitching where he's not supposed to. If I mark my fabric, of course it ends up being a little bit more accurate. But this gives me a good idea of where this is going. So I can go up a little bit. Make sure that I'm still not stitching on my collar. It looks like we should be good. But as you can see, there's that nice live view of what I'm seeing. So there's my actual collar. There we go. Let's peek one more time at the side. Looks like I'm on the pocket just a little bit. Okay. So now it moved my design exactly where I want it to be, so I'm not sewing on top of a pocket. I love using this on caps, for example, because on most caps there's that center seam, so you can really make sure that your design is straight with your cap. So if you have not played with the camera on your 10 needle embroidery machine from Brother, I definitely recommend you play with that camera. Or if you want to see it live in action, come into one of our stores and we'd love to show you. So I'm Megan with Rocky Mountain Sewing and Vacuum. Thank you so much for joining me this time. And I hope to see what projects you make on your 10 needle embroidery machine.
Woohoo. Thank you, Megan. Okay, so I have two different bundles here. And now one of the differences for me between Baby Lock and Brother is obviously they have different things that we can negotiate. And as soon as we sell more Baby Lock, I'll be able to negotiate better. So, help me out with that. But that was a shameless plug. So we have an MSRP that I'm not allowed to disclose on the 10 needle. Trade-in is amazing. Tech Party pricing is embarrassingly low. And we're going to let you choose from 3 different products to be included for free. And this is for Colorado folks only. And same thing with the Baby Lock version. So imagine right here a bundle I was extremely proud of. That I negotiated. So the MSRP on the Baby Lock 10 needle is $23,999. It's a pretty amazing bundle because what I did is I really wanted to come up with on the Baby Lock side as I wanted all bundle. It's an amazing amount of product there that I was going to include. So give us a call. There is a butt waiting here. You will get a bundle of exclusive things with this. And the unicorn of financing, 60-month no interest financing available. Give us a call. We can hook you up with that. Now, speaking of Synchrony, I was just wandering around in the back bothering people during the video. Synchrony, if you want to apply for Synchrony, it's very easy. That's the financing company that we use. If you go to RockyMountainSewing.com, go to any machine. Pick a machine, any machine. Partway down, there'll be a yellow button that says Synchrony Info or Financing Info. I should know that. One of those two. Poke that button, and there'll be a link that'll take you to Synchrony's website to apply. It's just a really fast process. You'll get an email with either a yes or a no and a credit line, and then they'll also give you an account number 9 times out of 10. Sometimes there's a glitch in there where they got to send you the card first, but 99% of the time it's seamless. And then you just let us know what that account number is, and we ring it up. It's very easy. So it's a very simple process. If you need to apply ahead of time, you can, and then let us know. We can help you finish the process. So we're going to include raw bucks if you pay cash, check, or charge and don't want the 60-month financing. And then we have a Baby Lock Triumph. We are super, super excited about the Baby Lock Triumph.
Yes. All right. So one of the coolest things about carrying Baby Lock now is that we have Baby Lock Sergers. So we've gotten very excited. Obviously, Baby Lock was the first ones to have the air threading capability. And on the Baby Lock Triumph, it has the Revolutionaire capability, which the Revolutionaire capability is amazing because it not only air threads all 3 loopers, it threads all 5 needles. Yes. So it's pretty cool, and it's like magic. You just kind of like float it in front of the needle, press the button, and it does the work for you. Wait, how's it go? We've been doing that to each other all week. You didn't hear me earlier. Anyways, so you just push that button and it does that. You can switch it from your overlock needles to your cover stitch needles, so it switches where the air is, but nice and easy. I haven't said this at any of the other ones too, but a really cool thing I'm excited about is that when you unscrew your needles, you don't have to remember to retighten them because there's a little plate that holds them in place so that they can't disappear right as they go on back order. It's wonderful. Anyways, it is an 8-thread machine, so it does both overlocking and cover stitching, and yes, you can use all 8 threads at the same time if you so wish, which is amazing. So that makes it have 87 different stitch possibilities, which sounds really crazy and overwhelming, but it does have this little quick reference guide. It's made out of good paper too, so when I was working on stuff, I was staring over here and reaching, oh my goodness. I put them all back, I swear. I just got in trouble with the live audience. Okay, anyways. But I can reach over here and I can feel it because it's made out of a really good sturdy paper, so easy to find. And it's very easy to read, and it tells you every little detail thing that you need to switch. Honestly, when I was working on samples and playing around with this, It took me about 2 minutes to switch stitches. About 1:30 of that was going, where did my thread go? Because I'm very organized in my sewing room. The other thing is Baby Lock has the exclusive wave stitches, which these are really cute. Actually, that Bernina sample I had earlier, if you looked at the edges, had that kind of wave to them. It waves it with the loopers so that it creates a completely different look that no other serger can do. You can fake it with some by moving your stitch finger back and forth, but it takes coordination and counting, and that's just a lot of work. So, but I love the wave stitch to fake over bindings. It's also good for, once again, this little girl ruffles, you know. But it's just a cool detail that you can add alongside of it. It also does have the adjustable speed control, and I like puppy to go fast. You know, the machine does stitch very quickly. However, when you're doing a hemline, you probably shouldn't, just from experience. So instead, you can adjust the speed control so that you feel like you're going pedal to the metal, but the machine goes, no, we're going this slow. So it's kind of like a radar that only lets you go as fast as you can go. I also love the tensioning system on this. So you'll notice on the front of the machine, there's no tension dials or anything. So the Baby Lock sergers kind of have this fork system, and it kind of, what it does is it only allows the amount of thread that can go around that fabric out. So I put this to the test because I was like, come on, really? So I did leather, I did vinyl, I did, what's it called, the faux fur, I did 4-way stretch fabric, I did knit fabric, I did woven fabric. Not once did I have any tensions that I was like, oh, that's wrong. The only time I did, I tried to, I forgot to switch my wave thing off. So, pro tip, make sure you put that lever back. That was the only weird tension I had, and that was totally a user error thing. But it was cool. And while we were at Baby Lock Tech, learning about Baby Lock and how wonderful of a place it was, we also learned about the new overlocking table. So this table slides on. When you get a cover stitch machine, it has this nice wide table so that you have a flat surface for your hemming and everything. Now they made it so that you can actually do your cutoffs in there. So your blade is active for it. Isn't that cool? It gets better too. You can add your cover stitch attachments to it. So if you want to do binding and want to do like your double bias binder, but you thought a wave stitch would be pretty over the edge of that, you can use that wave stitch and attach it with your binding at the same time in one step. You could also, this is the thing I'm the most excited for as somebody who's taught a lot of serger classes, the biggest question you get when somebody first starts serging is, how do I get a 5/8 seam? You can attach that guide right there, set it to a 5/8 seam, and the fabric guide is a guide to show you exactly how much seam allowance you have on the garment that you're working on. Isn't that amazing? So this table is awesome. MSRP on it is $175. Rob has it even better for Tech Party. And then it's going to be your turn again.
It's me again.
Yep.
Talking about the undisclosed dollar amounts here.
Yep.
So this has been very popular, and also we were misinformed or misunderstood for the first 3 tech parties.
Yes, we were.
This is also able to be used on the Ovation. So you can use it on the Triumph and the Ovation sergers that are out there. So yeah, we've actually sold out of these. I've got more coming, but we've totally sold out of them in about another 15. So
Oh, that's amazing.
call on in and we'll put you on the list and get more coming in the next few days.
Yes.
So MSRP is $74.99 on this. We have an amazing trade-in for Tech Party. And also for trade-ins, if you're local, if the trade-in does not have to be anything like another serger, another Baby Lock. It's just something with a needle in it. You know, Singer Touch and Swear would be fine, whatever. We have 24-month no interest financing, and we're going to include the table, the new table. And we got Rob Bucks for not financing. I have an undisclosed amazing package that I have come up with that will get you started to unlock your Triumph's potential. Yeah. Isn't that nice? So give us a call. Ginormous value at Tech Party only. So the Accomplished 2, I was really, you know, when we went to Baby Lock convention, the Accomplished 2 is a straight stitch machine. It was way down on my list at the time for excitement. You know, it's a straight stitch machine. But we had this, this nice presentation, like their Tech Party just for us, nice PowerPoint presentation, and I got excited. So I'll tell you why. It's a single stitch machine with a 1,500 per stitch minute possible speed. You don't have to go 1,500 stitches per minute, but you can. It includes an extension table. a hands-free knee lift, and it has a pin feed system. So while you're sewing, your feed dogs come up, but along with it is like a pin that pokes your fabric and grabs it back with the feed dog. So it really helps with the feeding, especially at high speeds. Has a built-in telescoping thread stand, and a great needle threader, and then a threading path even for heavy threads. So they're expecting people to be doing crafty, different things with this, handbags, lots of different things. So what I want to show on this slide really quickly, at the very top here, there's some color-coded, there's a color-coded bar right here, and that's for the knob at the top. And the knob at the top is a presser foot pressure control. So you can control the exertion on the fabric for your extreme fabrics. And then what we're going to show you next is also color-coded to correspond with that. So if you look on this, so that's color-coded there. And then down here, there's a dial. And what that is, it's color-coded. You can have your feed dogs be all the way down, kind of up, sort of up, and then all the way up. And that's really nice. So that corresponds to that, so you can really control how your fabric is being fed. It also has a scissors button, so when you're done with your stitch, you finish your stitch, you hit the scissors, it cuts the top and the bottom thread and pulls it to the back, and you pull it out, so you don't have to sew and pull all that thread out and cut it on the side or something. And it has needle up, needle down, and the world's largest reverse lever is on this machine. So you can really aggressively, bam, reverse. Don't do that.
Do it with enthusiasm.
That's right. It's got a new extension table. This is a side load bobbin case, right? So it's not top load or front load, but side load. So you don't have to take everything off every time you need to change your bobbin. And then there's a little cutter thing in there to help cut the long tail off the bobbin thread while you're in there. And the coolest part, and this is where we got excited, is that you can take a lot of the attachments for the Triumph and use them on this machine. So the belt loop binder, the fabric guide, the double folded bias binder, all those guys can fit on here. There's about 10 of them?
Yes.
Is that right? 10 of these attachments will fit on here, so that's new. So MSRP is $19.99. Trade-in is exceptional. The tech party price is even gooder.
But wait.
We're going to include product that will shock you with this. If you want to try to guess what we'd include with that, you might be right. And we have 12-month no-interest financing or raw bucks for a cash check or charge. And have you ever tried to do, oh, these are out of order. The bottom one, first, have you ever tried to hoop a t-shirt on a flatbed machine? It's really hard. And if you're like me, you embroider the top and the bottom together, right? And it's pretty magical. So our multi-needle machines are a free arm machine. So you can do tote bags, you can do shirts, sleeves, pant legs, all that tricky to hoop stuff easily. So we're going to talk really quickly about a new machine Baby Lock has come out with. It's called the Capella. And it is now, so we had a machine before that had about a hoop that was about half the size. So now it's an 8x12 embroidery field. It's a single needle professional machine. So again, this could be for anybody, but we've sold these before to people that want to do maybe ball caps. There is a ball cap attachment you can buy for it. Or maybe if you want to do single color designs, monograms, things like that, you can do that very nicely on this. It's a single needle machine with it, but it has a needle threader. It's very fast, and also they've added lasers to it. So it's got the same kind of lasers as the 6 needle does for alignment and positioning. And then it has a bobbin winder. So multi-needles don't usually have bobbin winders on them, so that's just cool. It does look like, when you look at it, that there's 4 threads up there, but those are just staged. So it just uses one color at a time, but you can stage 3 more up there. So the free arm, like I said, free arm design is perfect for hard to hoop items. So this is a machine that is online. We have it for $59.99, just like everybody else on the website. 36-month no interest financing, or raw bucks if you pay cash, check, or charge. But and there should be a but in there. But if you call us, we've got a better deal, and we ship anywhere in the country with this. Oh yeah, there's the or. That's kind of a messed up slide. So we do have something special to go with it on top of that. So Larissa, the manager, she's over here doing our Facebook stuff. She just looked at me like she was in trouble. She's like, I wasn't sleeping. No, so we were at that PowerPoint presentation. Out of the corner of my eye, I see this little notepad passed over to me. So this is really the Larissa deal, because she's like, we need to make a start your own business bundle with these things. It's really exciting. So we are including this, plus this, and this, or this, to make this amazing, amazing bundle. No, really, what we've done is I've taken the Capella. This is what Larissa, she was coloring. I'm kidding. In our real presentation, I had images. But what we're doing is we're going to bundle the Capella with the Triumph, and then give people the option to have an Accomplished 2 or a PrintModa, and at just an amazing price. Because I think the Accomplished 2, I mean, really, you could also add a PrintModa as well at a great price. I'll bet you we'd make you a package deal. But I think adding the Capella and the Triumph is a no-brainer. But then, you know, depending if you want to make bags or if you want to do printed things, you could pick either one. So either way, you would also get this amazing thing. I know, that you can't live without, but it will, trust me, it'll just help you earn more profit to begin with when you start your business, or if you so. But wait, we have all of this at an amazing package, and we have Rob Bucks if you decide not to finance. And again, we can ship this whole package anywhere. Please call us. I know it feels a little snarky or whatever the word is here. It's just kind of funny for me. But just give us a call. We'll fill you in on the details. And we also will ship this anywhere. I do like to make this note. Anything we ship, we're happy to ship to Alaska and Hawaii. It just costs more. So there is an upcharge for that. But we do absorb the normal fee. So if it costs $150 to ship something and it's $300 to Hawaii or Alaska, we'll eat 150 of that. We'll subsidize that, to be fair. So we want to get it to you. So, all right. So E16, I'm super excited about this. You can't tell my excitement from the slides because we only have a few slides, right? But this is an exciting machine. Melco is owned by Bernina. That happened quite a while ago. And Melco is in Westminster. You know, they're in our own backyard. So we're really excited about this team up here. And Littleton just got theirs a couple weeks ago. All the stores just got them. And we are just fired up about this. We're not going to go too much into it. Has a nice color touch screen, just like the machines we're used to with Brother and Baby Lock. In the past, Melco, like if you go on, I don't think this is mean to say, if you go to Melco's website, they don't have this machine. Their machine you have to plug a laptop into to get the functionality. This is so nice that they've given this to the Bernina dealers to have with a nice color touch screen with a lot of that functionality that our customers are used to. And so it's a great machine. It's got a new automatic tensioning system called ActiFeed. It's just unique. It works really well. It has a large 16 by 15.5 sewing field. And I think, can you go bigger than that with a jumbo hoop? I don't know. I shouldn't ask that on live anything. Okay, so here is, I put her on the spot. Here's a video from Megan to explain some of the cool things about this, and then I'm going to show you my amazing, mind-blowing bundle on
Like this
this.
massive embroidery machine right next to me? This is the new Bernina E16 Pro, which is a 16 needle embroidery machine. It's got so many cool features built into it, and it's perfect for any professional needs that you might need, or even for home sewing. So, of course, the machine has 16 needles built in, and you might notice that the tension system is a little bit different. It's their new ActiFeed tension, where when you're threading, you disengage and re-engage the tension as you go through. It also has this nice, beautiful 10.1-inch color touchscreen, which has lots of features and capabilities built into it. So, some of the things that I really like about it would be like this button here. That moves the hoop into position if you want to do applique. So if you're doing the back of a Letterman jacket or even just an applique project in general, it's nice and easy. It moves the hoop out of the way of the needle so that you can do your cutting right here on the fabric, which is really nice. And when you're done, you just press that button back and it shoves it back into place for you. You can see I've already started a design on here, but I wanted to show you guys how fast it stitches at the 1400 stitches per minute. But there's a couple of other things that I really like. There is a little laser pointer, which if you see, it shows me exactly where my needle is about to drop on the design, so that if disaster struck, I can make sure that the placement is where I want it to be, which it's exactly where my last little stitch was, so it's perfect. I'm gonna go ahead and toggle that off. It also has this wiper feature, and what that does is when you thread your needles, it tucks those threads out of the way for you. The inclusions on this machine are absolutely bonkers as well. So you'll notice that it's on this nice stand here. That stand is included in the price of the machine. How awesome is that? Not to mention, it comes with oodles of hoops and different types of hoops. So of course, we've got the one that I'm stitching on. It comes with an even bigger one that's about 15 by 16 inches. But it also comes with some great other frames, such as a set of circular hoops, which these are great for any of the sports things that you might be doing. I like to think it's really good for like shoulders, or for logos, or even children's onesies. This is a perfect size for doing that sort of thing, and there's multiple sizes that come with it. It also comes with one of my personal favorites, which would be the Mighty Hoops. So the Mighty Hoops are actually a magnetic frame that clip together for those hard to hoop items. So for example, this one is a little kid's t-shirt. I've already marked so I can use my laser to point exactly where I want it to be, but all it's attached by is the magnet on the inside. So it makes it nice and easy, and with the cylindrical shape down here, when I put this into the machine, I can just put it through there versus having to hoop and do a song and dance in order to get the t-shirt done. The best part too is if you are looking to do embroidery professionally, it comes with 2 hat frames. So that way, while the machine is stitching on one hat, you can be hooping another one. So it really does have a lot of capability for you built into one machine with lots and lots and lots of extra accessories included in the first price, which is fantastic. But with it stitching at 1400 stitches per minute, it's hard to believe it until you see it. So I wanted to show you what that looks like. So we're already set up. Oh, before we start stitching, there's one more thing I like to point out on this machine too. This machine has this little setting right here. And if I press that, I can tell it how thick of fabric I'm stitching on. So if I'm doing baseball caps, if I'm doing really puffy jackets, I can adjust it, and the machine will kind of move your presser foot pressure to the right height for you so that it does accommodate for the pile of what you're doing. So I'm going to move it back down to 0. Well, 1 technically. Nope, 0. Because I'm stitching on just a layer of cotton, a layer of stabilizer. And then I'm just going to press go. And you'll get to see how fast this puppy goes. And then the thread cutter happens so fast, you don't even know it happened. And now it's ready for the next one. All right, so that's just a quick glimpse of how fast this guy goes. If you're interested in playing with this machine, right now we do have a floor model here in our Aurora store and in our Colorado Springs store at Rocky Mountain Sewing and Vacuum. Once again, I'm Megan. Thank you so much for joining me, and I hope you have fun playing and exploring on the new Bernina E16 Pro.
Woohoo. Thank you, Megan. And we do have one at Littleton now. And I just want to say, you know, Hannah loves this machine. She's like going in over on the Facebook table. She's over there going crazy and pretending to faint, and Larissa's doing this to her. Now, what I want to point out to them is that we have security cameras. I can go back and pull this footage, and maybe I'll post that online. You know, I think that might be interesting. What do you think? I don't know. I'll think about that. There you go. Thank you, Megan. I appreciate it. That was great.
Of course.
So she's already talked about some of this. 1,400 stitches per minute. This thing gets rocking. And the nice thing is, a lot of machines will say, you know, up to 1,000 stitches per minute in embroidery. That means like on a straight running stitch, it'll get up to 1,000, but normally it stays down probably around 650, 700, something like that. This sucker rocks at 1,400 a lot of the time. I mean, it does slow down, but it is fast. So because this is not, so we have domestic machines, Brother 10 needle, Baby Lock 10 needle, 6 needles, those are professional machines. I don't really know what that means. This is a commercial machine or industrial machine. This is a fast, solid machine. Stitches on leather, vinyl, denim, car bumpers, maybe, I don't know. Laser alignment and positioning, but it includes the stand and the cat frame and driver with an extra frame. So on any other brands that we carry, those are optional, so it comes with it. Now, I'm excited about this, I gotta tell you. So this bundle is my introductory offer for this since we're new. We actually had a customer have one delivered and set up on Friday. Excited to see how that went. So we're including Floriani digitizing software with our bundle, which is really, it's a home embroidery software program, but it really is commercial quality for what it'll do. Retails for about $4,200. We're going to include Spree Stitchers Club. That's about a $3,000 value for every OESD design that comes out throughout the year. We're going to do room of choice delivery and setup. So even if I ship one of these to like Florida, they will come out, someone from Melco, won't be me, someone from Melco will come out and they will do room of choice. So they'll set it up in your basement, your upstairs, wherever you want it. They'll take it out of the box, they'll put the stand together, put the machine on the stand, and leave you happy. And then we also offer 2 8-hour days of training in your home with a Melco person. So, or Melco, I think they might contract, but Melco sets that all up. And so the first 8 hours, the first 8-hour day, they go through the fun stuff, learning how to use the machine and everything. And then the second day, they come back with the nitty-gritty, how to do the technical stuff. You know, because the professional or the commercial people, if their machine, you know, has a problem, they can't be without it waiting for a house call or whatever. Time is money. And so they're going to teach people how to take care of these issues. They have amazing tech support, and also free of charge, they also have online videos that are amazing for training. So we really want to get everybody trained. We're going to have Profit in a Box included, which gives you $700 worth of thread, the large 50 or 100-yard rolls of stabilizer from Floriani. It's just a bundle they've come up with for us. And so the bundle price is $32,232. That's the value. Our introductory price is $21,999 for all of this. Yeah, I think it's amazing. Thank you. And it has 36-month no interest financing attached, or we have 60-month 5.99% APR. So that will give you, you know, a lower monthly payment to start your side hustle, your business, or whatever. And then you can always pay Synchrony off early. There's no penalties. There is interest attached to that. And then we also have a leasing program through a company called Red Thread. And so that's a little bit longer process, but it's a lease to buy program for anybody that ever if you want to start a business with any machine, a sewing machine, a long arm, one of our professional machines, or a commercial machine, we put you in touch with them, and it's a lease to own situation there. There is interest with that, but it's really nice. So we'll send this anywhere in the country. Alaska and Hawaii, of course, are extra, but it's Tech Party. So this, I've kind of done everything I can with this amazing bundle with what I've negotiated, but I am negotiating 48-month no interest financing at Tech Party. So that will give you a little bit more time, a lower monthly payment. But if you decide to purchase one of these and just want to put it on a card or pay cash, check, or charge, basically, I'm going to do $1,000 in raw bucks for you on that. So I just really think this is going to be an amazing product. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, this is just a quick slide. If you've been eyeballing a Koala studio cabinet, Koala is distributed by Taconi, Baby Lock, Koala, Riccar, and they make amazing cabinets. They have a lifetime warranty, electric lifts. They're super comfortable to sew in because, you know, when you're sewing, you don't want to be like this. Maybe not for more than 5 minutes. I mean, Megan can sew standing up. With me filming, she's done it. She's great. But most people don't want to do that. So we have an option. You can have room of choice delivery for those cabinets, a $399 value. If you live locally and just want to pick it up in our warehouse in Sheridan, bring a pickup and some strong people to load it, you can have a $1,500 Koala Studio caddy with your Koala Studio purchase. So we'll do that anywhere in the United States. It's up to you. Except if you want to drive here to our warehouse, you know. So anyways. So it's our major giveaway time. Yes. So where's my purse with goodness in it? Oh, is it? All right. So this is our $500 bundle of goodness. And don't go anywhere after we give this away, you people on Facebook. I mean Meta. I don't know. We have one more giveaway that I haven't announced. I know, I'm just teasing. She just corrected me on camera. Can you believe that? Permanent record, Larissa, write that down. All right. So who's going to win this? Yeah, so this is the whole like, share, comment time. Fast, fast. The more times you do that, the more entries you'll get. 919 7 7
0?
0. Not you. She's all excited. Oh, congratulations. Great. She's one of our meanest quilting teachers that we have in
She is.
that teaches for us. No, I'm just kidding.
Not at all.
Congratulations.
She's
I'm glad
fantastic.
you're going to enjoy that. Excellent. So we have a sewing machine here. I don't know if you guys can see it. It's right here. It's a Baby Lock Joy. They sell for $3.99, $4.99.
yeah.
I can't remember. We're going to give two of those away. One for you, one for you. So here's the glitch. We're going to give you an IOU because they did not come. For some reason, we don't know why. So we're going to figure that out on Monday. But we will do it. I'm expecting to see it at the very latest by next Friday. We'll get it out. We'll be in touch with you. Plus the Facebook peeps, we're going to let that percolate out there anyways for a little while. So here we go.
Right.
Now, if you do win this machine, you can trade it in like on a Baby Lock Solaris or a 10 needle. You know, we'll do that.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, wait. Oh, my gosh. I almost broke the rules. Kasha, are you going to do this one?
You?
She ran away. She's been doing it
Giveaway
all this whole time. I have her do it in Polish so nobody knows what's happening.
She's crunching numbers right now.
Okay, she's crunching numbers. All right. Operators, phone's ringing.
There
She's
they are.
busy.
Yeah, she's busy.
Okay, 919 695. Whoa! I'm so excited for you. That's so awesome. That's great. That's great. So I just want to say thank you. So we have amazing people that work for us. The Rocky Mountain peeps are the best in the industry. I'm telling you, you guys are the best. So thank you, Megan. She's gotten to hear all my jokes 9 times. You know, Dave, thank you for coming with us. He's been working like a dog. Larissa, you're doing just okay. No, Larissa did great. Hannah, thank you very much. Kasha, Alex, and again, Josh/Sean, thank you very much. Top-notch stuff. Thank you for being our customers. Thank you. It's been great. I got texts from people that I've been talking to. You know, they email me, repeat customers from all over the country that maybe don't have a dealer nearby or whatever. And they're like, we're so excited to meet you. You've been teasing me on the phone for 6 months when I call, because I mess with everybody. That's how I am.
He does.
So it's been a real pleasure presenting to you. Please let us know if you have any questions. Again, after this session, call the other number. We will be answering that until hopefully wee hours of the night. I'm cutting off at 8 o'clock and going to dinner. I'm just telling you right now. So if you don't get an answer, leave a voicemail. Shoot us a text to that other number, and we'll respond. Thank you so much. Have a great Sunday, and we'll see you next time.
Yeah. Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Thank you. Yes.